Welcome, my lovely dears, to the end of all things. At least for some people. When last we left off, our glorious heroes nuked the largest concentration of cultists in the entirety of Ceres. This had a very brutal knock-on effect of nearly killing Eek the Masses, who was then nearly predated by... God, which god was it? So many of them. Yes, Hrathrazard, the god of madness, who has been specifically waiting to eat whichever god falls first. You know, to do the classic, consume all of these aspects of outer madness, and then, you know, become a black hole, explode, and start everything all over again. Like, that's that whole shtick. Unfortunately, for the outer god of madness, their attempt at consuming Eek did not go entirely to plan, thanks to opening their movement with a low ball of an attack.
After Eek missed.
Yep, after Eek also did not do all of the damage that they could do. The masses are actually at their strongest when there is but one of them, thanks to inverse ninja theory. Just they were also horribly injured at the time by that whole process. They did not manage to take advantage of that all too well. And then there were more gods getting involved. In particular, you guys reached out and made a bunch of fervent prayers. And the Morrigan that turned up, seeking to take advantage of two wounded outer gods. This nearly went very much against her when she softened Hrathrazard up for Eek, who then ate them. A little bit of a counterplay, counterpredation, and then was suddenly a lot healthier and still had all of their fucking damage, but then rolled terribly while the Morrigan finished the job. This resulted in a large section of the land that has now been labeled as the site of two dead gods, a barren city, the earth killed and its mountains sundered. Indeed, one of those mountains was very classily cut, shmooth in half by Eek when they got, I think it was a pretty big miss, or it was a crit fail. Yeah, it was a crit fail even. Ridiculous. The odds of all of these things occurring was pretty... We'll call the odds thematic. We'll call the odds very thematic. And then Nefri turned up, and the Morrigan went, you know what, my little baby, I want you to be big and strong, and also so that you can jump threshold. And so gave all of that fresh god juice to her instead. Basically all of the divinities of the setting have threshold starting at like 20 in every stat, and then 25, 30, and 35 in every stat, and 750, 1000, 1250 in health. Like that's generally how I have the sort of like three brackets of divinity separated. Nefri was on the bottom rung, Morrigan in the middle, and you know, uplifted her kiddo so that they are within the same power bracket. This will, of course, make Ninian very jealous. She remains in the lower power bracket and keeps summoning avatars, so they don't even get to be particularly strong because she likes to run around adventuring too much. It's gonna be some real Nina. But now you guys are down to but two outer gods. Well, three if you count the Eternal Consort herself. There is Shai and Hanabi, the Abyss Hunter, and Stajhal Frida, the Excess.
Skow, there can only be one Abyss Hunter.
Well, yeah, you do have that title. You could be the one to do it. Yeah, how would you feel about Apotheosis?
Wait a minute, there's only one,
Oh
and you have the
boy.
title. You've been lying to us all along, you dark god.
What a
You
fucking twist
monster.
that would be.
Well, if me and
I-
Bridget managed to keep quiet the entire campaign long about Ralu actually being the final boss.
Yeah.
We've
She didn't.
this is nonsense.
She didn't really escape that pyramid under someone else's power.
Well, if that turns out to be the case, I think I domesticated 2 gods in this campaign.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
It's okay.
Uh,
Cass has 2 goddesses no
be
matter
hila-
what.
I just find it
No.
hilarious. Be like, call that, you dark god. Must be like, did you just call Ralu black?
Why you gotta bring color into this?
Why you gotta bring color into this? To be fair, can't even really be said because I think Karin is the only pale face of the party anyway. Everyone else has
Pretty
got like
much,
a
I think.
luscious tan.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Although if our Burb is anything to judge by, if she spends the next few 100 years here, she'll also be dark.
Yeah, it is true. At some
Kind
point,
of
your body will be like, "All right, I guess we're gonna need to make things what will make us tan."
It's kind of the result of, being in the desert sun.
Yeah,
Yep.
gonna be like Lawrence of Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send a sending to Mom, not Mother, and say, "Don't worry, that was us. We're winning."
Yeah. Her response will be a succinct.
No, Mom, not Mother.
That's good. There's a lot of worry and concern around here. Could you tell us more?
I'll spend my other spell slot, I suppose.
Remember, it's a
Kill
ritual.
2 dot. Oh, it is a ritual. I guess I can do that. Killed
Yep,
2
the
gods.
Khassid.
2 more to go.
Well done. I'm very proud of you. She's just going to choose to treat that as something completely normal. But yeah. So, in the aftermath of these quite dramatic events, seen from cities all around the deserts, some of the party are on the boat feeling real weird about performing an immediate disconnected mass murder followed by the heavens themselves upheaving to feast upon themselves. Upon one another. A few people went out into town instead to party in New Velsha. Unfortunately, the vibe is similarly rancid in the city. There are some people who've been cheering and hooping and hollering, but most people just don't really know what's going on. They are afraid of these drastic celestial actions. These moments in the sky are events of impossibility, and people have looked upon the faces of like madness and destruction themselves, even at this great distance. Most people here are civilians and not really made to contest with that kind of psychic weight, let's say. Like, it is more than a heavy subject matter. It is fundamentally heavy on everyone's psyche here. Khas made his best attempt at turning this weird vibe into a proper party, shake people down, and started with tales of what actually just happened, but with a crit fail. That party didn't exactly go to plan, and now New Velsha is deep in the grips of a riot.
Woo!
Oh,
I started a death
well-
cult. Whoopsie.
yeah.
Yeah. Khas, Ralu, you
I'm not
are.
down.
Are you not in the city?
No. Khas ran off to do stuff, and Ralu was in a great mood. If you let's see,
Everyone else hung around on the ship. Cass is the only one who was like, "Later, losers, I'm gonna go party."
I'm gonna go party. We killed gods. The rest of us are like deep contemplation. Like, God damn, it is so easy
deep
to let loose
contemplation.
some.
I don't. Well, okay.
Well, you're
I
you're in
suppose
good
you
mood
could say
and
that.
like party, and I'm in deep contemplation. Like, oh God, how easy was it to let loose such huge murder and kill gods? This is. I need to think about things.
Yeah. And Ralu is charging her crystal.
Listen, she just packed on a lot of liquid weight she needs to get out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cass. You are in the middle of a new Velsha. Let's see here. I imagined that you would have done that. In fact, no, you tell me. Where would you have performed this, like, speech/show?
Well, I mean, probably the fucking town square, wherever the like largest gathering of people at that juncture was.
Probably the town square would be like right outside the Omnitheus Chapel. Like, you'd have like the rising footsteps up towards that structure. And indeed, when people go to a place and they have a lot of questions, religion tends to be where a lot of them will go looking for their answers. And yeah, they have now heard your answers and have found them wanting. They've been brought face to face with the genuine reality that the world is potentially ending and there's nothing any of them can do about it, but hope that people with power in their hands do the right thing and save them. It's not a good place to be in. Stepping away from real life politics, it's got its very similar sides, unfortunately. And although you guys have made a great showing, you've broken this dam quite thoroughly. What do you do now that there is a riot around you?
He rips off the shirt and starts writing. What do you mean?
Alright, so
We're all good for a college
like,
riot, but this riot went too far.
there's no real stopping this from being a riot at this point, I feel like. Or at least some mass exuding of emotion. So clearly, the only thing to do here is to try and channel that energy into something that's not innately horrifically destructive. Let's turn this riot into an orgy. A big end-of-the-world orgy.
That's a hell of a catharsis, I suppose. It qualifies. How do you want to make that happen? I suppose you have access to magic and drugs. Like, what do?
I mean, at the end of the day, find the people who are, like, starting to become the ringleaders of this riot, give them climactic caresses, and then to everyone else, just use raw charisma and performance to try and channel that emotion into less destruction, more carnality.
Okay. Give me a stealth first, because if people see you just like basically fucking magically attack these people, then you are going to be in a terrible situation. But you could,
Alright.
you know, I won't worry about the sound of out loud casting a spell. Like, this crowd is so fucking loud, they wouldn't be able to tell exactly what's going on. But yeah, being seen attacking someone is another matter entirely.
Yeah, no, for sure. Can Kiro run distraction for me on some of the, like, more noticeable people around the ringleaders? Try and, or noticing.
Do you have any uses of an adventurer's kit?
I sure do, Chief. I just restocked mine, in fact.
Yeah, then Kiro will spend a use of adventurer's kit to give you the help action as they start just like fucking throwing ball bearings and shit on the ground and tripping people up or making bright shiny things appear in certain places. Basically just chucking around fucking distraction chaff.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Perfect. And yeah, stealth.
That's good stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
you are able to pick out the ringleaders of this matter. Also, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 14 or 7 or 18, I guess, if Kira can assist.
Yeah, Kira is like literally on your shoulder doing these
Stuff.
helpful acts, and so is at line of sight, like basically at eye level with you even. And she will grab one of your ears and turn your head to point over the edge of the rioting crowd. There are people here who are definitely too young to be caught in a bacchanal orgy. This is not a riot made up entirely of adults.
That is fine. I will pop a use of my at-will alter self to quickly, between snaps on El Spellos, become someone else, someone who is not the herald of the apocalypse at this point. Become a nice granny and try and get these kids out of here.
Yeah, all right, give me a deception.
Give the
Alright.
children hard candies and tell them to go home.
Yeah. Alright, deception. Cool. But,
Shouldn't those be +4s now?
no, that was a bard die. If I can
Oh,
have
that's a
help
bard
from Kiro, that's a +4 on top.
Let's see.
Not really
I
sure
don't think
how
you
Kiro
have.
would
I don't.
help.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything on your person that Kira could utilize to give you a help.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how I've decided. Like, if familiar helps you on like a strange action, like these kinds of things, then there probably should be a material cost to what they do. In this case, I don't think you're carrying anything that Kira could use materially to give you that kind of. Oh, that is true. Actually, she could take your money to give you a help.
Yeah, I'd be willing to sacrifice like all of my silver pieces to just like get these kids the fuck out of here.
And Kira will ride on your arm and start handing out money to children to get them to follow you.
Alright, excellent.
Time to Pied Piper these kids.
You really do. You start hag maxing, and then you and Kira give out fucking penny candies and actual money to children to just basically gather them all up. Hell, with what is that now? A 21?
Yes.
Yeah, with the 21, you can even like start using some of these kids you've paid off to gather up other people who are too young to be a part of what you've got planned next, and corral them out of the town square.
Get all the kids
out of ground zero.
Yeah, you don't want them to be here when Waterworld turns to Splash Mountain.
Yeah, it's time to go down to the docks and chill way out of sight here. All
You know,
right.
you do have a yacht parked up this.
Skow, I can't pay children money and candy to go
You
to my
can't pay
special
children
yacht.
money to climb onto your fucking special yacht you stole from an undead, I guess.
You're literally giving kids money to get into the van.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, the
You see
money's
how that-
already like
Khassid didn't kill
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah,
Jesus.
please remember at the end of this, I was not feeling suicidal when I went into town.
All right, yeah, sure. What'd you say, man?
Yeah.
And you are not the only person who is corralling children and sick and injured people. You can see that Thyren is riding atop Elaine, also herding kids. She much more successfully. She does not have to hag max or bribe anyone. She is a beam of fucking glorious smiling sunlight. And she will thank you, mystery person, for your help. Let's go quick. She does not see through your disguise.
Perfect. Okay,
She did not
gotta
think
save the
you-
kids from this degeneracy.
Yeah,
But
he does not
Elaine
need to
also does
yeah,
not
to
see through your
just wear
disguise.
ways as a hero.
Yep.
Ideal.
Yeah. Kira probably takes cover like in like typical grandma shawl fashion instead, because your scarf can just basically be shuffled around to become a shawl. That's part of it. And yeah, on spotting them, fucking hide around the back of you, so that she doesn't fucking get you caught. And yeah, neither of them can see through your grandma disguise as you escort kids out of the way. All right, final step then to your master plan of turning this end of the world party into an end of the world orgy. You're going to be picking out what, like, just sort of isolated groups of people and fucking throwing charismas at them until they all get until they all get moist.
Yep, it is.
Get the sex act.
You're right. It's time to activate the bendy sex whistle, Skow. This thing has a property. It gives me advantage on a persuade check. And it is time to, in fact, activate...
To use it for its determined... It's God-given, quite literally by God, given purpose.
Nominative, determinative purpose.
To start an orgy.
The bendy sex... the epic sex guy hip thrusts.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. In Dams's name, get wet.
I feel like it's going to be more like Careless Whisper. Like, that's got to be chilling, you know, like you're standing on a cart that's been like tipped over, you know, you're kicking the lanterns away so it doesn't catch fire and spread. And you're just stood atop it, fucking smoke is starting to rise, people are thrashing about, cavorting, and yeah, you whip out Careless Whisper. Give me a roll.
Alright, so I'm guessing that's going to be performance.
Yeah, performance, and I will give you an advantage because, yes.
I will spend my other third level spell to get a D8 Bardic Inspiration die. And then if I whip out my drums, can I have Kiro assist me by playing them?
Yeah, okay.
Fuck yeah.
She's not amazing at it, but like it's novel enough to have her keep a beat as well.
Alright.
If this doesn't get the attention of the cadence, I don't know what does.
Plus 11?
Rolled a 7 on the D8, motherfucker.
That's a big D8.
That's a 34.
That's a ginormous roll. I was saying the DC is so high as well, and you fucking floored it.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you here. You unleashed a Cassoid with the objective to start an orgy. There's only one way this could end.
Oh, no. Don't put this on me. I unleashed a Cassoid in the middle of a rioting city. You turned it into an orgy.
That's what I said.
I didn't. I did not
unleash a Cassoid into a potential orgy and just let him go.
That's every situation.
Yes, and we've arrived at the inevitable conclusion.
God damn it. Well, there are going to be a lot of people arriving at some conclusions now. And yeah, that chilling, beautiful, sexual, mournful saxophone rings out. It's like there's something very, very reasonable about like the sharp brassiness of that instrument to cut through the sounds of people's like this soft roar of discontent. People have been like numerously blasted, and you watch as like there are just different pockets of people that are turning into that like 80s movie moment where someone like undoes their hair and it flies away, or drops their glasses to, you know, reveal, oh, they were hot the whole time. Like that just starts happening in these little isolated pockets. Like, and then it just starts spreading out amongst all of the people. I don't know if you've seen any of those games where, you know, like you invent a cold or a flu and then have to try and get it to travel throughout a country or something. Mm-hmm. There's just this block of color that starts spreading. the Cassoid fever. Yeah, okay. You have successfully dismantled the riot of New Velsha, turned it into the orgy of New Velsha.
Woo!
Roll me a d20.
Oh boy. What is this for?
It's okay.
Do I want high or low?
That's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, a 15.
I'm gonna get a D100.
Oh God.
And then now
29.
D1000 for the mutation.
No.
How do you feel about 29 bastards?
If that's the worst that happens from saving a city from burning down, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Rip my
Far from burning the city down, a lot of people are getting pretty directly soaked. It would seem that the direction that this is taking is one like fucking massive beach party between New Velsha and Ornux, like mansion, essentially, like just that expanse of land. In fact, I think you would see it from the town. Sorry, from the boat, as like people in the town who have gotten their respective danders up are just sort of like filtering out to go just like fuck on the beaches in like massive numbers.
What the
There's just like
actual
a
hell is
herd
going on
of
here?
just like a herd of milfs with Khas riding on their shoulders, woo girling.
What the
Yeah,
fuck did he do?
It looks like one of those great animal migrations. they are traveling out across the beaches to fuck. Ralu, you were bumped into by a lot of people who see you out there moving.
No, no one in the desert.
You,
No one...
you
That's not
literally
how it
went into the dunes to hide and get some private time, and there are people who go out into the dunes to hide and get some private time. You are seen mooing.
How's it that I was the one gazed at by the Catus when you have a fuckboy McGee over there leading what looks to be an actual orgy herd?
She just like, I think Maeve will be next to you and I, and just like fucking passes the joint back and forth because she's been das blunt and smoking. Well, for one, I think this is pretty extant circumstances. Not only that, I don't think there's a single god who wants to be too close to the people right now. Just pauses. I don't know how I would best describe this situation. It's fucking crazy. It's fucked up. It's fucking weird. I think this is too out in the open to be like, you know, the lascivious, bondage-laden sex dens for which the Cadists are well regarded. Well regarded, she air quotes are well regarded. Are regarded at the very least.
I suppose, but even then, I mean, that's what, over 100 people at least, I think, in that crowd.
All right, look. She like gestures to the front gate. Or well, where the front gate used to be, that's still in the. It's only been a week, so they have not gotten that fully built again. But people have knocked over a door that had been built and hadn't been, you know, like hooked up, and they're still filtering out. That's like the whole city. What the fuck is going on?
I mean, it's Khas. What are
This
the
is a
odds that,
new high, and
what are the
or a
odds that
new
the
low.
actual is doing a citywide orgy?
I mean,
What are the actual odds?
I mean, it's not odds anymore. I think that's literally happening around us. She'll make a
Yeah,
perception
what are
test.
the-
Can you do
what
a
are the
perception
odds
test for
of
Maeve? She'll
things
try and
like-
spot Cass in the fucking ocean of bitches.
I feel like he's got to be super easy to spot with the bendy sex whistle, but sure.
I mean, I guess I'll make a perception. to see if I
Unless
can
she
spot
has
him.
like advantage on yin sniffing. I don't.
mean, I'll give her
not at this
this.
distance. She would if she were close.
Oh wait, no, she's. Yeah. Even if this wouldn't help that much, it would bring it up to like a 16, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's just so many people. But yeah, she can't see Cass in the crowd. She has to just guess that this is exactly what's going on. Oh man, they're gonna bump into Raleigh. That's gonna be real awkward for her. Or great. I can't tell.
Probably both.
You just hear a muffled yell from under the fucking from inside the ship. Chances are high because of sex freak.
Please, he's not a sex freak. He's
I mean, he does get into it a lot.
sex maestro.
He does get into it a lot.
Sex freak. Yeah, of course he does. But he's never been freaky. He's always been very, very sweet.
You know, this might be
me. I'm the freak.
This might be mean to say, but he does leave behind, or he has left behind some consequences for people. That might be a very real consequence here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna legitimize any of the bastards that inevitably occur out of this, but you know, they come to me for help, then I will help them. But I can't afford to be legitimizing everyone that, you know, your glorious bardic husband breaks in. There are already a lot. I don't know if you remember, but I'm pretty sure a bunch of the manticores are actually Khas's.
I don't doubt that in the slightest.
He seemed certain that it was, you know, me and Ralu, except Ralu uses prophylactics and I'm smart enough to use the Hagen hole.
Yes, I suppose so. I'm not going down there. I'm going to stay up here.
Oh yeah, no, same. Like, don't get me wrong. I love sex, but it feels real weird to throw myself into some kind of like weird Duma orgy. More
Yes, quite
power
so.
to Khas though.
Quite so. Especially trying to grapple with the moral revelations that mass murder is that easy of a decision at points.
You say it's an easy decision, but it's still bothering you, so it clearly wasn't that easy. It was just the best decision. There is a difference between the best and the easiest. And that can be hard to come to terms with. Much like when people do that whole, you know, do you sacrifice a couple of people for the greater number? I think that's obviously bullshit. You do whatever feels like the right thing to do, even if it isn't. You do what falls to you. Try not to make a decision that's out of their hands. In this case, though, they made their choice, and it was to be a bunch of cultist fuckfaces. So we made our choice to finish it.
Yes, I know. It's just, it's not in. It's hard for me to come to grips with.
Hey, that's fine. I understand that. I've had practice at coming to grips with all of this. I've set fire to an entire war camp before. That felt very personal of me, and it was very personal of me. And I would probably do it again if the same situations had come to pass, which must mean that it was the right decision, even if it wasn't a very good one.
I'll just have to keep telling myself that until it becomes true.
Absolutely. Yeah. The reason Cass doesn't see the moral compared to this is because he already lives like innately by the decision he makes is the right one. It doesn't mean it's the good one. It was just the right one.
So, knock, knock.
Yeah, it was just on an error. She's weird to answer them.
Yeah, it's just people telling me that like food was here, so I'll be going out to go get that here in a minute.
Pizza.
Also true. Yeah, the people who
I'll
have an
talk.
easier time dealing with this stuff are the ones that already kind of live their lives knowing that they're making their decision, the right decision, even if it isn't good. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. I don't know if I can put it any better or help you any further, but you know, we're here to listen and advise for you and all. You realize that as you've been having this conversation and that there are more than a few people who have been, you know, up here in the blunt and smoking party, listening to this one, absorbing this little bit of life advice. She will resume passing around the big fat stogie.
Yeah, I'll pass it back to her. All that going around.
Yep.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, Anai is like the youngest person here, and
Yes.
it's very hard for, you know, like a 20-year-old, 21-year-old to kind of go like, oh God, this is a lot going on here.
Yeah, you are like if you're effectively a rich, entitled merchant princess, a college student. It is not a surprise. Maive is not surprised to see that you are having a very hard time with this. This would be extreme for a lot of adventurers. It depends on how you know, centralize that whole ordeal. It would be weirder if you were unaffected.
Yep. Right, well, that's me on that. I'll be back here in a minute.
Sure. Yeah. So the orgy occurs, and Khas, can you give me 5 con saves, please?
Okay.
50? Okay.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sake. Looks like we have 2 pregnancies.
Ho ho ho.
Only,
No, don't forget
only 2.
Kira helps
Okay,
with
that's
those.
good.
Just 2.
Just 2
No,
pregnancies from you.
That's
Oh, I can imagine there's
4
gonna be
because
hundreds.
Kira.
What, Hedrah? No, you
She's
can't.
not helping Cass fuck.
I am not
Yes,
fucking
she's-
Mr. Let
she's
Me
not
Wink
there for
sing my
fucking signal flag.
parrot.
Signal flag to just stop, like this
No.
direction, that direction, and just
No,
go.
no. It's that she's not there with like fucking aeroplane flags semaphoring the dick down for landing. Okay, this
Yeah,
isn't
it's
happening.
perfect. It's like the
No.
landing strip and everything. There. Got the
No,
helmet and
absolutely not. No, Kira was not helping.
She's just
I
playing the
imagine once he
drums.
begins getting passed
Unhinged.
around like a blunt, I imagine she just goes back to the ship.
Kira just climbs in a bag. If only just to prevent those belongings from getting looted while Cass is fucking, because that probably nearly happens to him a lot of times. You know, I've just never brought it up. Kira pops out of a bag, someone's about to fucking cuff, and they're like, "Oh, that's a familiar. Goodbye. I was just checking to make sure that this bag was unattended. Bye."
Hero points at her eyes and points at them.
Yeah, puts them on the fucking bit, reaches into the bag, pulls out a hand crossbow, which admittedly looks more like an arbalest for her. And they back the fuck off.
Puts out the knife.
Like
No
Kira,
shit, you can't fucking
Kira as a
walk.
familiar is strong enough to kill any peasant.
I was just whip out the fucking wand and be like, oh, familiar with what?
She's got a gun! It's Castle Dog.
Whip out the
It's true. I could
Castle
give my familiar like a wand of magic missile.
Yeah. She would spend your vit to activate them, right?
Yeah, she doesn't have Vit of her own.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, you could, while you're in the middle of fuck, you suddenly just get like a way more tiny, like, what the fuck is going on? And in the background, just pew 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 pew, it's just fucking executing thieves, blasting looters, dual wielding them like Jim Dark magic. But yes, Cash,
John Bloodborne.
so only 2 people are made pregnant by you, but your actions have most certainly resulted in a baby boom, a doomer boom. They call them baby doomers.
I see. Cass sees this as an absolute win.
Duners. Because it's sand. Bunch of duners.
That sounds like thinly veiled racism. I'm not sure of what kind, but it sounds too racist to be used.
Now, baby duners. See, baby duners. No. Baby boomers, baby doomers,
Oh, I'm back.
baby
Oh,
duners.
looks like Cass is having a lot of bastards.
Only 2.
Only 2.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a lot. 2 is a lot of bastards, but
It's fine. It's
By
only
cast
a
numbers, it's a slow evening.
100%
18
increase in
was
my
passes,
caster
too.
count.
Was it? Isn't that DC 18? Not 20.
Yeah.
No.
I've only had 2 before. Or am having 2. The one with the elf in the mountains, and then one with the random college girl.
Yeah, I just thought like the baseline passing score was like 18 for that.
I've been using 20 for these because I'm not doing counter saves, so I've just raised the DC to make it one-sided.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh,
That makes sense.
okay.
Well, one of those is multiples at least, so I mean it's probably like
Yeah, I guess that's what that would mean.
Yeah.
I guess you
Grade usually means, like-
technically put 3 bastards.
woo.
Crazy usually mean like twins or triplets or something like that.
Cass doesn't actually have any virility bonus despite his castness, so just
Yeah,
twins.
that fucking surprise.
Khas has never ever
Oh,
in his
that's-
life gone out of his way to try and get anybody pregnant. It just keeps
Yeah, he's not a-
happening somehow.
He's not a Tory.
And
He's
I
ju-
can still, like, he's got so many fucking buffs and juice, like,
no,
God
he's
enhanced and
never
shit like that.
anything
I'd be like,
related to that.
where's the fucking virility bonuses? Like, there has to be something. in
The
that.
only intrinsic bonus I've ever gotten is the race change to Cambion.
Yeah.
Everything else
Yeah.
I have is fucking magic items. Surprise! And Scout does not do horny magic items like I do.
I mean, Devon ought to sometimes, but like,
I would like to point out the Climactic Caress.
I made that spell.
That's true.
Yeah, Savin
Yeah.
made
I
that
do
series
magic
of
items.
spells.
Massive Milky Memories are all things from his game. Although MMM was, I think, a third
That was
thing.
third.
Yes, third made that, and then there was also the itty bitty titty committee, but that never came over to 5e.
I wonder why.
yeah.
A shame.
Sadly.
It would be so funny to cast on someone, though.
Nothing
Oh.
stopping any magic caster from creating it. It's just no one that has chosen the magic caster class has had any impetus to do so. If you want to do so, play an arcane caster.
Anybody is welcome to invent a spell if they want to. But the spell he'll have actually sat down and invent are Massive Milky Memories and the Come spell. So,
Yeah.
you know.
It's all we need.
No, because we need to get the one with the biggest hit and get an empowered itty-bitty committee so that they shoot melt like fucking jet cutters.
It's okay. Speaking of which, does Ralu get swept up into this
Oh,
gigantic
God.
orgy?
Ralu was busy mooing.
Well, yes, and then a horde of people came over the dunes.
And now you're going to be busy mooing, but because people's hands are on you.
Wee.
Yeah, I mean, you have wings and can get out of this situation if you see it coming. Like, I don't want to be a part of this.
Ralu goes back to the ship.
Fair enough.
Get away from me. Don't touch me.
You are not going to get passed around like a bong at a California beach party.
A shame.
Oh, wait, hang on. Was that a save against mooing, though?
And I would say it is. You are literally out there mooing to begin with, and then people in an orgy come across you. What do you think they're going to do?
Scout, does that count as a save against mooing? Because I have disadvantage against that.
You were already mooing. No, this is a save against you getting involved in an orgy, I assume. I didn't
Okay.
tell you to roll shit.
Okay.
Tis whatever you want it to be.
Then no, I go back to the ship.
Bye, Ralu!
Is Cass actually there?
Yeah, Cass
Because
is
the
getting
beach
swept
is
along.
huge. The beach is huge. Do you see Ralu?
You know what?
That's a fair question.
Sure, why not? It would be funny.
On a one, yeah. Cass saw you as you flew away.
Bye, Ralu!
Ugh. Ralu will land.
Hi, Ralu.
Listen, someone's got to watch over Khas.
Cass,
Yeah.
that's what Kira's doing in the backpack with the gun.
Yeah, come here. You gotta watch over me. Khas says, guiding head down.
All right, welcome to also part of the orgy. And so the
Ah,
night
but
passes very, very eventfully. It is a night of conclusions, is probably the polite way that they'll refer to it next year. Ah, yes, it's the anniversary of conclusions. Oh, the anniversary of content. It's kind of fucked up, actually. The fucking
Isn't it like the day after
the anniversary of conclusions is only a couple of days after the annual holiday of fucking around and finding out.
Yeah.
Well,
Say
and
we got
I-
another week here.
You'd think consequences would be after the orgy, not before it.
You'd think that, but you'd be wrong.
I would be wrong. The world has made me wrong.
Look, I just want to know, is there a jolly anteater following me around at this orgy? Just so proud of me.
Jolly anteater.
No, she's got a baby to look after at home.
She can fucking leave her with Python for an afternoon just to come watch. Jeez.
Are you sure you want that?
No,
No,
but
I very specifically said that all of the gods are staying way fucking clear of the people
Yeah,
in the
that's-
aftermath of this.
that's why I was just
no,
asking.
She is. You do not see a big old anteater wandering around. There is no schnoofle. The schnoz bear. Yeah,
Well-
she's probably watching and looking down on you fondly. As you
All
are
Cass can
looking
ask
down and fondling.
that definitely feels like a witness me damsel moment for sure.
Witness me! It's hard to scream witness me with a mouthful of clan.
Well, all right. Mission accomplished, everyone. Good stuff. Save the town.
Good job. You did save the town from getting burned down in a riot. Not how I expected that skill test to go, but I should stop expecting anything of anything ever.
Exactly.
It's clearly
Yay.
not done me any favors this entire campaign.
Yay! It's
Correct.
not Boston after their team won. Yay! It's not Boston after their team lost.
Yay, it's
Yay,
just
it's not Boston.
fucking
After their team won.
Boston.
No, now it's
God,
gonna be the
I really
hardest
need
part.
the English to lose at football really badly, or it's gonna be fucking
Well, they currently got
insufferable.
Well, they currently got Miku, so they're gonna
Oh.
lose, and it's gonna get passed on to the next person.
I have
It
no
is
idea what that shit's
fucking-
about. I don't want to know.
Essie hasn't gone for England yet, and she nuked Norway.
Nah,
Who the fuck is Essie?
Essie is a
It could
VTuber
be
that has been
fucking-
that has been putting
Yeah.
on like jerseys and rooting for certain teams, and 6 out
everyone
of
sees
7 teams that she has rooted for have all lost.
Woo!
And one time
Sorry,
she switched
8 out of
jerseys,
7.
and one
Oh,
time she
8 out of
switched
7, yeah.
jerseys at the end because she didn't want the curse to begin. And then in 10 minutes, the other team scored 2 goals and they lost.
And she tried, and the last time she tried also to put both jerseys on, but one was slightly more, wore slightly more of one, and that team lost.
And people, and you'd
Actually
think that
hurt.
this is just like something that people are doing for ha-has. People are actually putting tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars on what shirt she's wearing. People are both making and losing money. People lost
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Everyone's
on
dead.
one
This is degenerate. This is the era of degenerate gamblers.
Yep.
Thank you for educating me.
Yeah.
I regret being educated. on this.
Bet on everything.
I didn't consent to this information.
Yeah. I had a question and it was already answered by VTuber. I didn't even know shit about dick owls.
Yeah, I was just making a joke about like the Miku trend, where like she just been passed around from team to team.
And she just metamorphizes into a different Miku. And I really like the Norwegian Miku.
All right. Okay. Miku's aside.
Yeah,
The cock
this one.
crows. Fucking wouldn't. I hate when you like point and go, how about this thing? While I'm in the middle of trying to fucking hush. As the cock crows, the morning sun rises over a smoking city that has not been destroyed by rioting. Your view of the morning sun is rather blocked out by the sight of an ancient dragon angling down towards you. They're doing these slow aeroplane circles. Just sort of looking for a good point to land at, except they're seeing a lot of people out there in the sands. And eventually settle for landing probably just a little bit outside Ornek's place, where they will wait for you to catch up to them.
Yeah, of course. Once they see,
Because they know better than to like perform draconic touchdown in the middle of a just field of fucked out people.
yeah, once they see like an ancient dragon starting to come down, I'll leave the boat so I can go out and greet them.
Yeah. Ralu can fly. It's not like they're going an unbelievable distance away from New Velsha. It's
I assumed it was just like right there on the shore.
well, you guys are right here on the shore. That's like you're like 5 miles out of town, and they've landed another like 15 miles away outside Ornek's like manor house area. So you got a bit of a morning fly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they don't want to land down in the middle of large crowds of people out in the sands. Yeah, Khas and Ralu can de-scrung and catch up with the ship on its way towards them. By the time you arrive, Ornek has prepared for all of you a delicious breakfast, a succulent Turkish meal. There are a large selection of like basically stuffed vines with meats and veggies with them, and loads of very, very strong coffee. You'll be warned not to drink the coffee too heavily. There is a soft sediment at the bottom of each of the cups.
A soft sedative, you say?
Sediment at the bottom of each of the cups, not sedatives. Otherwise, you've been having a very different kind of Turkish coffee today.
Soft sedative is just Bailey's.
I suppose, yeah. If you make indications to the latter, Ornek can put liquor in your morning coffee if you would like.
Cass will opt into that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, this is, I suppose, the first time you're meeting all of them. Ornek, some of the
They,
crazy people I've been traveling with.
Hello, I'm Cass.
Hi there. I am Ornek. My lovely lady wife, Galena, she's probably awake by now, but she takes a little while to get ready in the mornings. Definitely not a morning person. Eventually, Galena will come down and join you. Grab her pretty token.
You're so pretty. She looks like she could be descended from my bard wife from last game, TBQH. She's got that same kind of beautiful red hair.
Yes. She has that kind of I don't know how best to put it, like some kind of like bedraggled Greek goddess look to her. It's why I went with Galena. Like I was like, oh yeah, and I need like a fitting sort of celestial name. Yeah, she will come down to greet you all, and even though she has clearly spent, like probably a half hour, very, very Diana. Although she's very clearly spent like half an hour getting makeup and ready and stuff, when she comes down to see you all for breakfast, she's got her hair tousled in that like post bed fun kind of look to her, which I mean you guys quite literally have, considering two of you are back from an orgy. She just happens to look like that with just a bit of makeup and work. It looks effortless, but you know for a fact that she just literally put effort in.
Oh, I'm glad you two are good. And speaking on that, Ara and Brienne, I'm incredibly thankful you've made it back.
Yeah. Ara is currently sitting in a particularly large chair. It looks like one of those swinging like garden benches on a chain, like you'd see a couple of old folks sitting on, except she's like side saddle on it, and with a blanket over her legs. Right now, my legs are a little lame, or I would come up and say hi. I was caught a little in the blast.
Oh no.
Excellent work all the same. Is there anything you need?
No, just time to heal. I don't know what that bomb is made of, but it is not messing around. Brienne's doing a lot better. She wasn't immediately destroyed, so she just healed up over the course of, like, what, 4 hours? Reynolds. 4 hours, give or take. Still, very scary.
I'm thankful you're both alright.
Well, yeah, I haven't had reason to be scared in a long time. So that was novel, I suppose.
And, you
Yeah,
got
they
to
were both.
participate in the destruction of 2 evil outer gods, so, one for the record books.
Definite win all around.
Yeah. You go over the hugs. Bree gives you the hug, but Ara will hold you like a little bit arm's length and go, "You smell like 1,000 orgies. What did you do last night?"
It wasn't
Everyone.
1,000 orgies, just one big one.
You need a proper bath with some perfumes and scrubs.
I do.
I suppose that can wait till after coffee. And whatever these delightful pastries are, she will eat another big brick of baklava.
Look, the town was about to, turn into a super riot. But I figured the people just needed some way to release all the tension of, realizing the world was potentially about to end right from under them. So I figured I could direct it to something less destructive, that's all.
And more reproductive.
Look, guys, a lot of people have died in the whole, outer god invasion thing, repopulate the wasteland, etc., etc.
I'm sure that's what you were thinking.
No, it's just the first thing that came to mind, other than, them burning the city down.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm definitely glad that happened instead of a riot. Good
That
job.
does not surprise me. That's the first thing that comes to your mind after a riot. Or instead of a riot.
They are both a catharsis of a kind.
Yeah. I mean, I started out trying to do, just a music festival, but they didn't really seem to be super interested.
No, that's a shame. I love your music festivals.
Not wholly surprising given, 2 gods fighting and then a third one showing up and 2 of them being destroyed and killed and consumed. I assume consumed.
They didn't really believe any of this shit was really going on until they saw it, and then I started playing songs, but I played the songs about our adventures, and that just kind of made it sink in, oh, all this stuff the silly Nullbard's been singing about is actually true. Oh no.
Loam was actually blinded during that whole
suppose.
thing. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Still, it was an amazing feat to be next to. We were very close when those gods fought. Neither of us really looked back at them.
Probably for the best.
She shrugs. I believe, despite my ability to shake off such illnesses of body and mind, that a god of madness is probably more than I can bear for, more than a minute. And certainly within range of his sickening magic for at least a minute. Even after it was destroyed, it was just hanging in the air like a horrendous fog being siphoned away.
As someone who has spent weeks running through the desert, laughing and wailing, I would not recommend it.
No, I imagine not. Arl slowly. She tries to look pensive, but she's just like fucking whole mouth mowing into these fucking bricks of baklava. It's hard to look pensive. It's just fist-sized chunks of pastry, honey, and nuts.
I don't think I've ever had baklava other than like raspberry ones.
Oh, you're so
Raspberry turnovers. Is it just crispy pastry and sugar?
No, it is like phyllo pastry, but it is sandwiched with honey. But the contents and filling tends to be like crushed and sweetened like nut pastes.
Yeah, I
like,
think you've told me this before. Yeah,
almonds and such. And then they're usually also covered with like almond shavings or bits of like finely chopped dates, as opposed to raisins or plums. Raisins being far too grainy and plums being bit sickly. The date is the superior of them when it comes to being added to the top of a baklava.
I think it's safe to say that we're going to stick around here in New Belgium for at least a little while. Between ours and Brienne healing herself up, Maria's on the ship, and Karin's new paranoia, I think it warrants staying here at least a little bit longer.
Well,
Is that why she's hiding away?
Yes, the sight of those two gods, or three gods fighting, spooked her pretty bad.
Yes, yeah, I suppose that would make sense. Glad it's hopefully nothing permanent at least.
I don't think it is, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see.
I suppose so. Brian will nod. And I was fine because I've been crazy tons of times. I'm basically immune to it.
That's sad to hear, but also reassuring in a way, I suppose.
Well, humans aren't exactly made to be eternal like I have been. At which point Ornick and Galena look up and eternal? Sorry? I'm a blood sorceress, and for whatever reason that means that I don't decay, I just heal and regenerate. As a result, I've been around for a very long time. Many, many, many lifetimes. Indeed, I've got to experience many lifetimes. And you've gone insane in some of those? Oh yes, most assuredly. But I got better afterwards. We just sort of compartmentalized going insane. It is yet another state of being. I could probably reach deep and find that madness again, but I will leave it behind its door where it belongs.
I'm glad you got better.
Thank you. I'm glad I got better too. Ara scoffs. Still big baby. Brian's. I am not a big baby. I'm a modestly sized baby.
Baby.
At which point Ara will give her a noogie. A gentle noogie. You don't want to get an ancient dragon noogie and it's just like fucking turn you into a thin paste.
Well,
I mean, she'll get better.
yeah, exactly. She's
Yeah.
one of the few people that survive that.
It is true. Still wouldn't be very fun though. She does still feel pain. Yes, it is a gentle noogie. A little toozling. Would you guys like to stay here for the week? I imagine that it's probably a little bit difficult to hang around the city after all of this.
I won't say no.
Excellent. You see, I have, been preparing some extra supplies ever since I heard you guys were coming around. Not all of those supplies have an indefinite shelf life, though, so it would be a real shame if all of this stuff for feasting and drinking were to just go to waste.
Oh, it'd be good to stay with family for at least another while.
Excellent. You should see Galena at the fire pit. You'd think, I'm the fisher fox should probably be the grill master as well, but nah, Galena is grill queen for sure.
Hell yeah, girl.
The model smirks. I do know my way around a cooking fire, yes. So stopped after you've all had this great big breakfast. We'll show you to a number of guest rooms and pointedly some bathrooms so that you can get washed and scrubbed down properly. He's probably, since you're on the shore side, he's probably got some of those really nice natural sort of coral loofahs, so you can get a real fucking scrub on.
Cass is in desperate need of this.
You and Ralu are both looking a few just skin shades paler by the time Maeve has finished with scrubbing you both down. You're very successfully disgrunculated and desanded. God, there is so much sand everywhere. Everywhere.
It's coarse and gets everywhere. I hate it.
It's coarse and gets everywhere.
No. Oh yeah, we are on the beach. In the rest of the desert.
I was gonna say usually you're fine, but yeah, no. On this occasion, there is sand in just about every nook and/or cranny.
That speech made me so mad. It's just like, Anakin, I know what desert you're from. That's not the kind of desert that's not the kind of sand you're used to. You got the powdery bullshit sand.
He just wants to, he wanted something to whinge about.
He's a wind lord. He's got to have something to whinge about.
A little whingy bitch. A little wow wow cry cry piss baby.
It's just the weirdest boy. The weirdest flirt is like, I like the sand on your planet. It's just like, it's not coarse like mine. It's the opposite, dude.
Yeah. I like your sand. It's nothing like the fesh where I'm from. Don't get me wrong, fesh is horrendous. It kills every fucking motor and engine it's presented to. But regardless, sand aside, you are thoroughly cleansed of your sand. My, for what it is worth, is going to be dressed in just for once, none of her armor. She's not even wearing a fancy dress. She has a just a tabard on and some underwear, and it's just most of the body on display, but just light and breezy, enjoying the ocean side. Isn't bothering to carry around all of her gear and equipment. After last night, she's looking remarkably relaxed herself. She's also still probably slightly zooted, but she's looking very relaxed.
Yeah.
How are you handling this, Maeve? You okay?
Yeah, no, I feel pretty good, honestly. All of these events that have been occurring are things that never happened before. Different, in many cases, horrible things happened instead. And I always kept feeling despite all the changes that we've made along the way, that we would still inevitably reach big, unchanging points in the future. The Grand Battle. Mercenaries from the north, from the east, and Las Dorado, Vittoria's Dream. They joined together and came to assault a large group of cultists after they flipped New Velsha completely. Horrid things happened and a lot of people died, not just the baddies, but innocents too, and I couldn't help them all. Last night was probably the biggest singular event that never happened before, and it's just kind of a relief to see that so much is not set in stone. That despite the odds being far and again completely absurd, they've, the dice have fallen in our favor every time. mostly every time. It's a relief. So, yeah, I guess it's not just that I feel better, but I feel relieved.
Well, glad to see the future really isn't fixed.
Yep.
So,
I was warned that, the events of the world are like a great big imprint. If you were to push down on a tablecloth, nothing happens. But if you grip the tablecloth together and you scrunch it up, then that white linen sheet has all these dents and creases in it. And, get another cloth and you throw it over the top and you can see still soft bumps where all those creases were before, as the layers all sort of travel through. But this was pretty drastically different in a way that I don't think even the gods anticipated.
well, let's just keep making changes, I guess.
Absolutely. And hopefully no one will kick the table over, at least as far as that metaphor's concerned.
So, did none of the evil gods die the last time? Like, right until the end?
Not really until the end, no.
Hmm.
They had their losses along the way, or more correctly, we had our victories along the way, but they always felt pretty hollow, even when they weren't particularly close victories. They were dashing, dominating victories on our point in some cases, but it always felt like we weren't making a big difference. Also, like there just weren't other groups around. Like that other Khassid group, never heard of them until this time around. The people who came to visit in Las Dorado, maybe they turned up before, the ones with the invisible boat. Like maybe they turned up before, but I never saw them that time. Like there are just other people trying to do good deeds and help that I never bumped into. I don't know when these events changed, or maybe that's the gods themselves also sort of tipping the balance in their own little way.
So basically, you're
But
just
yeah.
saying the power of friendship conquers all.
It's a very pretty way of saying it, but yes, I suppose so. But yeah, more importantly, I think that with the gift of foresight, we were able to stack the deck a little bit better at the start.
Yeah, well, couldn't have done any of it without you.
Oh, shucks. I couldn't have done any of this without you. Without really anyone here. It's very strange looking. Well, I mean, it's not strange anymore, but it was definitely strange at first looking around at all of these people who were functionally my enemies, like recruiting Karin and Anai and Loam even were all efforts made to make sure the baddies didn't get to use them instead. And I'd already long learned in the last try that killing all of my problems wasn't really solving any of them. So yeah, I guess like power of friendship, or well, you power of friendship to Anai and Ralu and Loam and Karin and all inseparable companions instead.
Yeah.
And a lovely cat wife.
Yeah. We all make a pretty damn good team, you know?
Yes.
Cass will give the other friendos a big thumbs up. You guys are all my friends, you know that? Forever.
Oh, I thought it was
You
kind
guys-
of like just happening like a little hallway
Yeah,
scene
I
between.
Yeah, I didn't want to butt in because I didn't. I thought this was just like a heart to heart because Ralu's just exhausted. She's gonna pass out in a hammock.
she is in one of those uncle hammocks between two fucking palm trees.
Hell yeah.
I heard you all see me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, she this conversation was probably just like happening on Ornuk's porch, like overlooking the ocean, and she just gestures to the group out in the front gardens.
Then yeah,
as a
it's just
whole.
Cass yelling at everybody, "I love you guys. You're my best friends."
And yeah, you get from like Brian in the back. We love you too, Cass.
All right then. Something made him emotional, but okay. Glad to hear it.
I'm such
Wait.
an asshole.
Look, I've
And
seen you. I know you have like
and
mood swings all the time.
I imagine Anai relaxing looks like all those like beach book mums, like they just have a really trash fucking novel resting on their chest, large sun hat, tip down,
Oh, yeah.
shades, reading some fucking garbage.
Except in a
It's
nice case, it's
trashy
probably like
romance nodule.
a spell book or
Thank you very
something.
much. Yeah. It's trashy romance novels. Thank you very much. And then they're very good plot devices.
Yeah, it's the plot. It's definitely the plot.
It doesn't help that like everyone that I read makes me go, why did I not see Stacy's things sooner? Am I this dense?
Yes.
She tried every move in all of those cheesy romance books, and you constantly thought she was just trying to one up you or be a bitch.
Yep.
It's like fucking reverse Schadenfreude every time you read a fucking trashy romance novel. Goodness. But yeah, you guys are well tended to over the course of a week. Maria, of course, needs seeing to cleaning up and being like gently flipped over from side to side. She's still very much in a fucking coma for the first few days. But at a certain point, you can see that the like heartbeat pulsing in her neck isn't like thready and weakened, and it starts to look less like a coma and more like just a particularly deep sleep. You know, you try and rouse her; it doesn't especially work in any kind of way. But you can do things like put food and drink in front of her mouth, and her tongue will just sort of spool out and lay claim to it. As her heart fucking regrows.
Ah, good. I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see that there is some, like after, say, like 3 or 4 days, like there is some cardiovascular adjustment that means that it's not just like this fucking thumb-sized nubbins pounding desperately to keep a barely functioning body up and moving.
That is
She has
good.
something resembling a recovering blood flow.
Good.
So I guess you have technically just a week in town slash Onyx mansion. You're well treated to like great big meals and beach barbecues and stuff every night. He'll also take you out on a cute little fishing boat if anyone wants to join him.
I'm no good at fishing, but you know, time with my brother, I might as well.
A week. you
Yeah.
say.
Take
Oh
you
no,
guys-
Cass, help! Oh no, wait, I have a 19.
Yay, tiny boats.
All right, we are working on the Noble Conquest.
Nice.
Is a week enough for me to repair the little mail skiff?
Give me a carpentry test. On a 25, yes, it is enough to completely repair it. If it's lower, it will take you a little bit more time. If you roll like a catastrophically bad fucking roll, then you've made like no progress.
Yes.
18.
Yeah.
It's not done yet. You haven't like fucking damaged this thing, but you're pretty sure it's going to take like another week to get it in, like to get its ship shape, as they might say.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
It's not so far gone that you couldn't now like tether it off of the back of your ship and take it along with you to finish repairs at a later time. Like it won't fall apart like it might have done before.
Perfect.
I would like to spend the week aside from like the trips with Ornick and stuff like that, working on the Luminaria problems.
Yeah. you've certainly seen a lot of things, and you've gained another level, which means like your knowledge and circumstances have changed enough that yeah, I'm willing to let you take another crack at the Luminary test.
Okay.
I would like a herbalism followed by an Arcanist.
A herbalism
Arcana.
followed by an Arcana. A 24. And then the
Excellent.
Arcana. Another 24.
Another 24. Yeah. This time, you've learned from the mistakes of before. It wasn't enough to make the plants try and subsist particularly well. You needed to find for them newer, better sustenance without compromising too much on their appearance. You have found that particularly deep-hued flowers like midnight blues, even blacks, some like dark muddy browns, all of these kinds of colors that trap a lot of heat, tend as well to survive a lot better. They're clearly made to last in, dry sands, gathering as much as possible, but you have geared them towards the sun itself. They don't pollinate like other flowers do. You have made it so that they, functionally magically bud. It's probably going to be grossly expensive to settle these out. And there's no way of knowing if they will, I don't know how best to describe it, like if you seed a whole bunch of these plants down, will they become a runaway growth? But you are pretty sure you have the start of the Luminaria. You might be able to tweak it further for like attractiveness' sake, but you now have a plant that works by magic function. Survives with little to no water at all, and it is sustained by a constant steady stream of sunlight and heat.
Okay. So then, like, do you want me to tick off some of the issues? Because we have these written down in like the additional features and traits bit of the bio.
Yeah. Which issues did you have?
We had they're perishing quickly. They can only take in limited amounts of magic. They're prone to mutation, which is what the main one I was working on. And they just don't look that pretty as the last one.
Yeah, they look pretty now as long as they are in dark hues exclusively. They reflect too much light essentially. Being particularly bright flowers, they don't work that well. They are now no longer weak. They are quite resilient as long as they stay in the sun and are heated. You're fairly sure they won't mutate, but now you have the other potential issue that maybe just you need testing. You don't know if they will become invasive, I suppose is the best way to put it. You're now looking at a lot hardier of a flower, but you don't know if it has the potential to become an invasive species instead. Especially since they don't pollinate, like they aren't necessarily good for other flowers if they become like the dominant force.
Okay. So then I took off the perish quickly, and I took off the don't look pretty and the mutation. They still take in limited amounts of magic.
I don't know how best to describe it. There is probably an upper limit still. Like, it's not an endlessly powered thing, but it's not like it drinks a little bit of magic up and then it's kaput. I suppose you have expanded its capacity.
Okay, let me just write these checks here.
This is all good news as long as it doesn't go wild. Expanding its capacity,
Yes.
if it gets like loose, is real bad.
Yes.
Yeah, then it would drink very greedily, and you'd basically have fields of flowers that kill wizards when they walk across them by drinking all the magic out of them.
Right.
Yeah,
If
you
you'd like to
write this
take a
down.
look at my sheet in the bio section, Scow, make sure that's all to your liking. If I need to make any more changes.
Let's take a looky there.
Wait, that just means you've developed Magebane again.
Yeah, hell yeah! It's only Mage Bane if it's a runaway. Otherwise, the battery fills, and then that's no problem. I still only see the current issue section.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
Sorry, I was still in it. I guess I thought it would have been automatic.
Yeah, you have to click out of it just to make it update. Otherwise, it's still treating it as being edited.
Right.
Right.
My bad.
Still capacity expanded. Don't know if they'll be invasive. They look pretty in dark hues now. Excellent. And yeah, you nearly have them perfect. You were very close to the DC.
Very good.
Well done.
Hooray.
And yeah, you can get a bonus that reduces that DC next time if you were to, I don't know, just risk planting a bunch of blooms and seeing what happens.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I got a good testing site here in like a couple months.
Yeah. If you return to that in a few months, it will. A completely barren land is a pretty good starting point for, and also a safe starting point considering there's some ocean between that and the mainland. If they do become a runaway,
yeah,
it's probably good.
Gotta get a hazmat suit.
Yep. Got to put on some lead
It'd be
shoes.
hilarious that they just absorb anything. This entire thing becomes just a fucking mana island.
Yep. Good job.
Hooray.
Anyone else over the week? We have Ralu working on tiny boats. We have Khas working
I mean,
on the larger boat.
that's an evening thing.
Okay, well,
Yeah, she does have free time. You did say that working on tiny boats doesn't have to be
yeah, it doesn't have to be all your time. That's perfect.
Yeah. So I am well, I was just gonna continue training expertise in athletics, but the thing is, everyone seems to think the campaign's ending soon. Seems like a waste.
Up to you.
I mean, there is like 2 whole other gods that we do have to
You've got
deal
yeah,
with.
you have 2 more gods to go. How far along are you in this expertise training?
16 out of 50.
It's not unreasonable that you guys will have an extended downtime between now and like whatever a finale would look like. I don't know. Up to you. If you want to, if you feel like it isn't worth it, then yeah, do something else.
And I do have some spells I want to work on, but I gotta run them by Savin later.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, just say you're working on some new magic and just wibbly wobbly woo past it.
Okay.
Let's see here, Karin, you spend a week in the Paranoia Cave. How do you entertain yourselves while watching out for secret plots against you?
I shall devise a spell of incredible potency. To shrink the titties.
I mean, honestly, that is the safest way to protect yourself from all of these dangerous titty monsters, is to make a spell that fucking deboobs them.
It is
Yeah,
that,
you can-
and over you motherfuckers move, and I'll shrink every last titty on one of you. And I'll
Yeah,
take up every last one of you.
It would be like fucking since it's a divine spell, it would be something along the lines of
Anai might actually kill you if you ever cast that on her.
If you hit her with prayers against memories. Yeah, that would be mean. Anai has managed to actually keep her rack completely unchanged all campaign long. They are just as perfect as when she started this adventure, despite all of the other changes.
I will say this. You don't have counter spells, so you would have a lot of issues trying to kill me.
The fuck you mean I don't have counterspell? I have counterspell. I just don't normally prepare it.
You're gonna have to prepare it now. When you start hearing her mutter to herself, like, "I'll get them, I'll shrink all their fucking tits."
I'll take off haste to keep counterspell prepared.
You
at all times.
gotta ditch haste to keep counterspell, baby. Honestly,
You're right.
I rate it pretty highly.
Oh, I'm gonna unprepare Fireball and prepare Counterspell just to make sure I can keep Ralu's titties.
Karin, it turns out you were right to be paranoid. They are all plotting against you.
Me, I told you, I knew it. I knew it. And that fucking image of the bird, which is like when we had that feeling, and then it turns out you were right. It was just. I knew it.
Oh goodness. Yeah, you can certainly work on this divine incantation against chest. Turn cleavage. Let's see here. Masika, you've got a week to kill. How do you spend it? You're at a beautiful beach mansion.
A week is usually spent. Free time is usually spent working again. She'll probably be out and about, shopping. The points where she isn't just working.
Yeah, fair enough. Considering you're staying in Onyx Manor, Galena will come to you. She is a model and you're working on clothing.
Yeah.
She would like to make a commission for you.
Ooh.
She shows you this absolutely stunning dress that she has and asks if you could do a modified version that would fit her when she's pregnant.
Ooh, I'd love to.
She wants a pretty plunge at the back, feather ruffle across the front, and what was originally like a stiff corset structure to instead be opened into what is more like a maternity dress or maternity gown. But it's very much like a maternity ballroom gown.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to.
Bueno. She will pay you 200.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
200 gold pieces.
All right.
Give me a tailor's test.
Yeah. Oh. I could throw inspiration at this, but this is just...
Yeah, you can only get the one dress done in the week.
Yeah. It's a big... It's a big fancy dress if it's from working for 200 gold here.
Yeah, it's that or she just doesn't know how much it's worth. High fashion,
Yeah,
haute couture is very, very expensive. So she's just like,
well, if I'm working for 200, if I'm being paid 200 gold, I'm doing as much as I possibly can here. Honestly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like we're getting close to magic item prices.
Very true. You're like looking at this, like people are requesting fucking masterwork pieces, and it's not for enchanting. It's just because it looks pretty as a masterwork.
Exactly. Like, I'll probably go to Anai after I start working on this, make sure it isn't enchanted in some way.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not.
No, she just wants to be pretty.
Yeah, understandable.
God, I hesitate to ask, what is Khassid's goal?
I require my wife to be at M for Moo Cups.
Of course. Okay.
Did you expect anything else? Let's be honest.
I should have known. But I didn't, and I asked, and I feel like a fool for not just simply being like, oh yeah, for me.
Yeah. It is imperative that the cow decor become an M Cup cow.
Yep.
She needs to moo.
I think it's going to be very hilarious if you just somehow go right past it into end.
That...
No!
I do need to roll, what is it exactly, 2 on the next set you fail?
Well, Savin, when you look at that, somebody is can help you get that fact out of it.
No, see, if I go past the goal, I just go cast it on tally, and then, eventually they'll get to the same point. Surely.
No, I'm
Or
not about
you
this,
get to
this, as you might say, hyperfixation.
Or we just adjust the cast it down to the shrink, and then you just get the cast it to even grow again. It just shrinks the titties. It doesn't slow down the milk production.
That all aside, Loam, you've got a week at a beach mansion. What do you do with your time?
Hunting beach crabs.
Could well be. Could also be
Dream
hunting,
of
not
Ken.
listening to me. Or, oh no, it said be right back. I better go. And it's presumably
Oh.
we did it.
What?
Oh,
Spear
I said, yeah,
Fine,
Loam, what do you do for the week that, you'll be here at a beachside mansion?
Bow fishing.
I wasn't... What?
Bow fishing.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
a real
wasn't it-
thing people do.
Wasn't expecting to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly, Maria needs the week to recover from being in a coma.
Right.
The others have all spent the week productively enough, at the very least. Ornick
This
will, of
wasn't a
course,
level
invite...
up week, right?
No.
That was last week.
Oh,
This is
just a week.
yeah.
Yep.
So it's a week of like whatever you want to do for downtime.
Correct.
Oh.
And Ornick is a...
He's a masturbator.
Literally, he is a master fisherman, and he runs a cigar company. So he's pretty good company for Loam, all things considered.
I suppose so.
Yeah. You want to get recommendations for Ken? You talk to Ornick.
Yeah.
At the very
Fishing
least,
trips would be fun.
yeah, the cute fox boy is happy to offer you all the cigars you can schmuck and take you out on his fishing boat. Goes out basically every day, assuming that the weather is good for it. Yeah, Karin, you
Oh.
could go see this black market here, I suppose. You've got a week. You can finally go do that. You know that they exist now.
Yeah, I can show Karin to the black market.
Sure. Karin, you're fairly sure you're being taken to a trap, but you decide to spring it. And you do see a black marketeer, a suitably piratey looking individual by name of Kara Stalmat. What do you want?
What you got?
That's not how this business works. Does this look like a shop front to you? You see catalogs anywhere? No, you do not. You come to a black market because you are after something in particular and you don't much care how it got here. So what are you buying?
Religious Iconography. What you got in the Marifan?
Marifan religious iconography. There are certainly some goods that have been acquired over time. I'm sure some of it is Marifan, as you say. Come with me, and he'll make a gesture to follow him into a back room. He will take you up to a, not an especially deep, but quite long trunk chest, probably 2 meters or so. It's got a series of latches on it, and you can see that there are very typical sanctifications written into the top of it. Mostly protections against scrying, that kind of thing. He will pop the trio of latches and lift the lid to reveal. Roll me 60-20, please, Karin.
60d20. Jesus, wow, that's a big ass.
6, just 6.
Oh,
6 d20s.
60d20.
Okay. You uncover
Okay.
bone.
What is it?
Classic.
Okay. Quick. Be right back. While you're writing that out.
Sure. Anyone else got anything while I'm writing?
No, I'm good. I don't think I need anything from the black market.
Anything what?
I suppose while I'm here with the black market, Loam still does need magical ammunition if there's any way to get hands on that.
You made that request last time. He had a bunch of poisons for you, but I don't
Just
think...
poisons.
Yeah, I don't think you were lucky enough for him to have any magical ammo on him.
Oh well.
It was silver ammo and poisons. And it's only been a week. And a very, very dramatic week at that, so he has not had a chance to roll new stock, I'm afraid.
Oh, you might actually be able to make your own magic arrows in that week, Kina.
Yeah, a week is probably enough time to do some Libby magic ammo crafting. You are a mighty wizard now.
I am a wizard. I suppose I could try and do. What would it be to do that? I've never done that before.
Let's see. So arcane artifice. What would be magical ammunition? Would that be common rarity or uncommon scale?
What does the magical ammunition do?
It generally just adds an extra 1d6.
Uncommon.
Alright, so that's purchase cost of the
10 at a time.
Research, crafting variable, craft magic item, 5 days per rarity level. So that would be 10 days to make those naturally. Wait, is that for consumables too? No, it's for magic item. Sorry, hold on. Would consumable magic arrows be the under the same rules as the brew potion, or under the actual craft magic items, you think?
Consumables, not brew.
Yes, but I'm saying for magical arrows though, because they're not specifically.
I generally think of ammunition as a consumable.
Yeah, 100%.
So would you consider that the same rules for scribing scrolls and brew potions, or for crafting actual magic
Yes, it would be
items.
the same as craft scrolls, brew potions. I generally put ammunition into that because brew
Okay.
potions also qualifies like flasks of alchemist fire, etc.
Okay, so it takes 2 days to make, and you say they come in sets of 10?
Yep.
All right, it takes 2 days to make a set of 10 arrows, Kina.
2 days?
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay.
per set of 10. Let's see, the purchase cost is 150, which means it's half for you to make them, I believe. Arcane artificing for crafting cost. Crafting. Consumables. Crafting, yeah, you spend material components equal to half the item's cost. So it's 150 for uncommon, so that'd be 75 GP for a set of 10, and you can make 10 in 2 days.
Okay. I'll make some. So I'll spend some time doing ammunition making, and then I'll take have a day out on the boat.
Wonderful.
There you go. Those are the items available from the Black Marketeer in his religious section.
Ooh, a
A
Dracolich claw.
Hagonite knucklebone, a basket of communion wafers stained with blood, a candle made of solid wood instead of wax covered in the Taoist script. In fact, there are 2 of them. And then there is a bag of carved omen signs from Iona, aka Senatrea's holy symbol, the sort of like slightly curved looking 5-pointed star. Carrying them on your person gives you a +1 to your save as a reaction. Each time this happens, an omen sign is consumed. There are 6 omen signs. And lastly, yes, the claw from a Dracolich. The claw from Dracolich has no magical effects that it can enforce at any point, but it is a crafting material that could be used to make something much fancier. It is thematically appropriate, even though it innately does nothing. It would count as, masterwork short blade. I suspect Hedrah's still up, so
No. I mean, I'm
Okay,
just
there you go.
considering the knucklebone and claw.
yes. What about them? They
What?
have your attention, do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, then. I don't know, Cash, are you there to ask about that kind of thing yourself?
He could go and poke his head in one of
The
the staves.
knucklebone is 100 gold. The claw, I wouldn't part with it for anything short of 1,000. Such a thing has not been seen since and may never be seen again. Even as a collector's piece, it is valuable, let alone as something that an adventurer might craft into a weapon.
We get out a bag of 1,100 gold.
Clearly, I should have tried to hatchet you. Very well. He will heft up the claw. As I say, it is pretty big. It's basically a short sword or a particularly long dagger. Maybe a thick baslard.
Mm-hmm. Haha.
Yep. And the knucklebone is a humanoid-sized knucklebone that has been like polished, smooth, and shiny just by like liberty of being handled by people.
Good. I will add it to my collection.
The bone collection.
Yes,
yeah,
because I have the knuckle bone of a saint, and now I have a Hagenite knuckle bone.
it's true. You gotta just collecting Saint like fucking Pokeballs.
You need to get a
Then I
couple
shall
more
fuse-
knuckle bones and make it like
Yeah.
a gauntlet of them.
No, a couple more,
No,
and then you have
brass
a.
knuckles.
No, I was gonna say a couple more of them, and then you have like actually like a scrying kit. You know, the throwing the bones. You just need a few more knuckle bones, and bam, that's a divine scrying tool right there. I will totally permit it if you manage to get your hands on more Saint knuckles.
I just looked at May.
She would qualify, but she has need of her knuckles. And it doesn't count if you take it off to grow it back. The gods do not let you just sort of maim people
You can't just farm
costlessly.
someone.
Yeah, exactly. You can't farm a saint for their knuckle bones.
You
on a token of
can't farm
regeneration.
knuckle bones. That got patched out.
Yeah. I have those exploits taken out. If the person's still alive and using a perfectly whole replacement of that knuckle bone, then yours is nothing. Okay, so yeah, Khas, I suppose you could have gotten to miscellaneous wondrous magical items.
No.
He doesn't have a ton of these kinds of things, in particular because New Russia has a store that caters to like middle class cantrip users in the forms of all of their like wands. They also, presumably do things like fancy magical toiletries and that kind of shit. They have probably got some slightly more powerful wondrous and magical items, however. Something worth than black marketeering is that are just trying to jump taxes on a magical pencil that you can't lose.
Although that would be a great present for Cat.
I mean, yeah, true. Roll me a 4d20.
Alrighty.
Okay. 2, 13, 15, 17.
Now that I remember fast, is there a way to get your rolls to be sorted?
No. I fucking wish.
Yeah, I don't think Roll20 has.
Yeah, no, because it made me think back on the whole having to sort from the lowest to highest on the Metamorphica there to help Savin.
Yeah, if there's such a command, I've literally
wonder.
never heard of it before. I've just
Oh,
actually
wait.
seen it.
Hold on. There might
Oh.
be.
Oh.
Let me try something here.
Mein Gott.
4d6.
Yeah, there's
No,
definitely an
okay.
ordering command.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
You
there
just
is
put S on the end of
S
it.
Put
for
an S at
sword.
the end.
Yes, it is sort.
S for sword. Oh my god, so simple, man. So stupidly simple.
Trying to do 60, 20. I mean, you can't do it in square brackets.
No, it does
I mean,
not
it
work.
Oh no,
technically
it does.
Yeah.
It does do it.
Yeah,
It does do it in
in
square
square
brackets.
brackets.
Actually, I can
Did.
see that it's in order.
Oh my
Oh my god, it does.
It's just the
New
end
tech.
result was a sum.
New
New
tech.
tech
Good
unlocked.
Hell
fucking
yeah.
job,
I
Angel.
will, I will,
Ask and ye
I will
shall
endeavor to use
receive.
that more often. Let's see.
Ask
The
and ye
2
shall
is a
receive.
Bandolier of Tumbling. That lets you use the Tumbling martial exploit once per encounter.
Oh.
You can also sort downward
Oh.
if you do SD.
There is. Oh, how very fitting for a swashbuckler. Perfect. Eye patch. The Pirate's Perfect Eye Patch. Whilst wearing this eye patch, you have a 10-meter blind sight, an advantage on athletics tests in the water.
Yo.
That's pretty cool.
10-meter blindside is fucking sick.
Yeah.
It is cool. It is
That sounds like a
also
rare
like
magic item.
5,000 gold, but
Yep. Yep.
Oof.
That's about what I thought when I said rare magic item.
Yeah, that's not good. Can you give me a D100?
Mm-hmm.
40.
Ah, yes. 1d100 being sorted downward.
It's important.
Damn it.
Get into a
Get into the habit
good
of it,
habit.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a bag of holding. It's not
Yeah, don't give
happening.
us the bag of holding. No,
Scout,
no.
it's me, not Hedrah. I won't abuse the shit out of this. I'll do something funny with it, like putting it inside another bag of holding.
No,
Alright,
that means
you
you can't enter your space, remember?
Frederick's Funny Fanny Pack. This is a bag of holding that can carry 100 weights worth of encumbrance 1 items. As a standard action, the entire fanny pack can be entered into your own square. This cannot be done as part of an attack. He can do chest visitations as long as he doesn't open the bag of holding while he's in there.
Or I just leave it on the outside, God.
Yeah, or just you put it on a coat hanger.
Out of curiosity, are potions encumbrance 1?
They're encumbrance 0, actually.
Okay, so
Does it have to be encumbrance 1, or is it encumbrance 1
Yes,
or less?
it has to be encumbrance
Okay,
1 very specifically.
Okay.
Alright, good.
So you can't fill it with an endless amount of weight of nothing.
Well, no, because 10 encumbrance 0 items become 1 encumbrance.
Regardless, I don't want you to push out like.
No, I understand.
1,000 potion vials.
Because
Yeah,
my
a
first
good-
immediate thought was, okay, I'm gonna put 1,000 alchemist
1,000
fire in here, and
alchemist
then just
fire.
turn
Yeah,
it
that's
upside down.
That's what
Yeah,
I was
I mean that
thinking
would kill
too.
you unbelievably hard because, as you can see, it cannot be done as part of an attack, which means you could only tip it out onto your own slot.
Yeah, that's fine. What if I'm standing above somebody, though?
That is true. If you're just flying over someone, they would have saves to just get out of the way, and you
Well,
wouldn't
yeah.
have any modifier on it. But yeah, I suppose that's technically something you do. But no, regardless, they must be encumbrance 1. It's for, like, tools and toys and all sorts of things. You can see this was used by some kind of clown for their japery, judging by the fact that when you go rummaging in it, the first thing you pull out is basically a bike horn.
Okay.
Well, I am a clown, so that does fit.
The picture of the makeup being applied, slowly transforming a Khas into a clown.
Just fucking nothing changes.
What was the last one? 17.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, fuck this.
You'll love to hear that.
It's always fun.
I need a bigger
can't
denomination
give you
of
that.
coin than platinum.
You don't need this. You do not need this.
Oh boy.
The ruby,
Because you already have this power. It is a harp of charming. But it quite literally, it's less useful than your persuade test.
The Ruby King toy would not fit in that fanny pack. That thing's like encumbrance too.
I mean, the fanny pack is dope. It's just, very specific as far as what you can stick in it. You could fill it with shit tons of arrows and, sorry, not arrows, daggers.
Yeah, well, no, daggers encumbrance 0 too. You'd have to be like short swords or something.
Throwing axes?
Drop an entire 100 short
honestly,
swords. Yeah.
just a shitload of throwing axes. Oh wait, a javelin's encumbrance 1?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, no.
That's even fucking funny because it's a tiny fanny pack. Just whoop, full javelin.
Javelins are encumbrance 1.
You could cram 100 javelins in there.
Hell yeah. I mean, honestly, that's not a bad use for that, actually.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
no,
at all.
it is primarily the kind of tool that is expected to be used to carry fucking just throwable weight one things.
Hey, Ralu, do you want this?
Now what?
So that's gonna say,
Do you want a fanny pack that can hold 100 javelins?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Savin,
What?
I was gonna say mini needles of God instead of rods of God.
Yeah,
that just fly
exactly.
over. Rain of javelins.
Tiny ingrown hairs of God.
Let's see. That item literally does fucking nothing, so I'm not gonna bother with it. It's not as fun, so I don't want it. What does this do? It's got the word coward in it.
That's always a good sign.
You know,
Love
the word
hearing
coward
coward.
has the word cow in it.
Okay, 1 second.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah. Is it like if you get hit, you can like go invisible as a reaction and like get out of dodge or have to out of dodge?
I invised myself.
Oh, I invis myself.
You know what I bet's encumbrance 1? A bowling ball.
Bowling ball? Yeah, I can see that being encumbrance 1.
You can't see me!
I mean, honestly, for Khas, that's really not a bad...
Yes, it's not a bad item.
Like,
Yeah,
I sneak
no.
into somebody where and I just need to wait for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much does he want for the fucking fuckboy club?
For the coward's cloak.
Yes.
700 gold.
700 for
I will
armor
admit
and
this has been
invisibility is
used
not
in
bad.
many of the not so petty and probably quite major larcenies. Here's a little trick. You might be blind and helpless and invisible whilst being curled up within the cloak's embrace. That does not stop someone from carrying an invisible you around. To unleash upon unsuspecting, unburgled people, turning them into burgled people later.
Ingenious. I'll take it.
Yeah, he will hand you this cloak, and yeah, it is. You can use this effect basically as much as you want. It doesn't have any limitation on it. You just become invisible, blind, and helpless.
Hey,
I have a
Skow, you know what else
question
I'm gonna
for-
get? I'm gonna get that
Yeah.
eye patch that gives me 10-meter blind sight.
Hey,
While I'm
you
blind.
fucking noodle. Correct. You become a 10-meter invisible, helpless radar. You turn yourself into a Metal Gear Solid radar tool.
He wanted 5 grand for that, right?
Yes.
Alright.
I was gonna say like I
You
had a
could
question
potentially
regarding,
persuade him down.
I will
Familiars.
attempt to.
So
I'm sorry, what
when
was
you
that?
share senses with the familiar, and you have the blind condition, are you still blind sharing the senses and looking through them, or what?
So,
Yes, you're still affected by this magical blindness.
yeah.
If
And
it were
even if you
normal
weren't your
blindness,
familiar, would not benefit from the invisibility because it would be outside the cloak
Yeah.
to do anything.
but yeah, if you weren't being blinded by a magical effect, nothing is ever stopping you from looking through your familiar's eyes. But this quite literally is enforcing blindness on you, so you would just not be able to see out their eyes.
Okay.
It'd be Kiro blind.
That was a 27 looking to trying to haggle him down a bit.
Alright, if you're buying both magic items together, he'll let it go as a double for 5,450.
So that's saving 300 gold?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's worth it.
It is
Oh,
a-
no.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Well,
Ralu,
that's...
no. Ralu, yes.
Alright.
But yeah, it is a very, very fun combo where you are now a functioning radar curled up in a little invisible.
There are many things I could do with this. What am I going to do with it? Peep
I don't
on
know.
people.
People, yeah, sexually
Yeah,
devious
yeah,
things, I
yeah.
assume.
No, this is actually incredible adventure attack. Holy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. What is hell?
It is. It is. It may seem like a steep price, but as a combination, it's fucking well worth it.
Yeah, no.
Scout, what does helpless mean for condition wise for you?
If you are helpless, then every attack against you is automatically a critical hit.
Okay.
So it is there is innately a risk to it, and that is that if you get caught in a swing, or like say you turn up in a ball and someone knows vaguely where you are and like throws an AoE attack, a normal attack against your friend or whatever, but you just got crit. So like there is a risk, but honestly, the use of the Coward's Cloak is not really in combat. It is for, as for instance the pirate said, like being carried around, like just this invisible ball, this briefcase to be planted in a building or whatever, unseen, or sneaking places, or getting away from being spotted, like for cowardly acts, not for fighting. Otherwise, you'll get crit and die.
Yeah, you
Blind
just
but not
fucking
deafened.
use Khas like a backpack and drop him off somewhere.
Yeah. And yes, correct, not deafened. It's also good for spying.
And also, Khas's stealth is his highest skill at a 13 base, so like, holy.
Yeah, and considering getting helped doesn't give you advantage anymore.
And yeah, like invisibility sure does give me advantage though.
Yep. So you have a way to manage that still.
Yeah. All right. Well, time to go see if this thing works. Let's go burgle somebody.
Sure.
Now, you know it works because goddamn Karin's going, I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
more
like
fun to
a
go burgle somebody
fantasy.
though, you know?
Yeah, who do you want to burgle?
That's a fantastic question. Let's see. I mean, clearly I should burgle from the fucking CIA. This can't end well. No,
I'm glad you recognize that.
I will go and burgle some Opus.
Sure. There is a particularly large building run by a tiny fox who looks maybe like just about 19, 18 years old, like very, very young. But they are in charge of 3 like terraced buildings that have had their terraces like knocked in and turned into one particularly long shop floor. That where like the lines of demarcation of each of these houses would be, you can see it splits between different consumables. So you have large selections of weed, and you have lots of drug paraphernalia, and then yes, a large selection of Opus and its relative side products.
Oh, so like my mansion back in Dorado with like the shops on the first floor.
Yes, yeah, you have the although that one is 3 full-size homes as opposed to a terraced one, but same general gist.
Yeah, same general kind of thing.
This is just slightly smaller scale. And yeah, it is a large popular market. It's been a rough week for a lot of people. She does not have much stock at the moment because it's been very popular for people who need to take just a brief braincation.
Understandable. Well, yeah, Castle just like try and execute the plan. Have Mive carry him in as a backpack and like drop him in a corner somewhere under a table. And just
Yeah.
fucking wait there for them to close.
And she will, while she's at it, buy some nice blunt paper. Like, ooh, these sheaves all smell kind of like vanilla. Yep, perfuming myself. Yeah. Maeve will take probably like 20 sheets of that, hands over like gold or so. Like, oh, it's only like 5 silver. She's like, take the gold. Suddenly feeling a little bit bad. But she will leave you to your petty larceny. You are invisible under a table. You can see everyone within 10 meters of you. And when I say like the Metal Gear Solid radar, obviously you can't like blind sight through solid surfaces. So it's sort of like the radar circle starts like pushing and creeping up the wall instead. Probably a little bit disconcerting if you haven't, practiced and gotten used to it. But luckily, you have plenty of time to get used to it, sitting curled up in a ball as you are.
Yeah, this is the
How long
point
are you
of the
willing to stay
exercise,
there?
to get used to it.
Yeah.
Cass is just going to stay there until they close, basically.
Sure. Give me a Constitution save, because it's still probably going to be like a couple of hours before that, and you just sat curled up in a ball covered in what is effectively a blanket, and you fall asleep.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do. Like, say, curl up in a ball. And
You are curled up in a comfy little blanket in a ball, and you fall asleep.
Outstanding.
Fabulous.
Roll me a d6. It's how many hours you're asleep.
Only 2.
It's fine. 2 hours is like half an hour or so
Practically
before she closes. You sort of come to again like. I'll make a test if she just notices like the sounds of your snoring. That's pretty close. Disadvantaged stealth leads.
Alright, so just raw stealth, actually, in this case.
Yes.
I don't think Kira can assist me in this case, but I do have the old expert snack. Oh yeah, she ain't seen shit.
Yeah. All right. She ain't hearing you snore. She doesn't detect honk shit or me.
It was a low chance, regardless.
I mean, it was fucking close. Admittedly, you had to roll
I had to spend resources to succeed.
Yeah. You had to roll below a 3.
a 2 or a 1 are the only occasions where he would have failed, and he did roll a fucking 2 and needed help.
Yeah.
But he didn't. Yes. You are not caught. And yeah, for the next then half hour, she has her meal. And then lights Big Fat J and heads upstairs to go to bed.
Cass is gonna make a mental note like, don't do this without getting some coffee first. Fuck.
And some kind of stimulant.
And then, yeah, he's gonna slink out from under the table, a little cloak of invisibility draped around him. Go over, pick out some opus. How much does opus cost these days, anyway?
Let's see. It should be in magic items. No, alchemical goods. It's 5 gold per dose.
How many doses does she have?
Probably 2 parcels, and each parcel is 30 doses. Usually it's, like cinched down into singular ones so that people aren't going bankrupt or taking like lethal amounts with them.
So 30 times 5 is 150.
So yeah, it's like 300 gold's worth of opus here.
Alright. I will take one of these packages, and then Cass will hesitate a moment, then he will take out 15 platinum pieces and just put them down where the parcel was, and sneak out.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Not, in fact, bullying a child.
Yeah. A reminder of the effects.
I remember the last time Cass used this, he got horned way the fuck up.
Yeah, it didn't agree with you in particular. It was not pure, because they were selling that murky post whatever shit, and you were just like, how bad can it be? And then you had like a bottle of it in like liquid form and crit failed and freaked away the shit out.
Yep.
In this case, this is just like a sort of wax paper parcel bag with like probably just dense clumps of it that you would put into like an opium pipe.
So it is highly addictive in this form, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
but also it is just a sleep. It is just a sleep narcotic.
Yeah. So it's melatonin.
Super melatonin. It's melatonin that, as far as Britain thinks melatonin works.
Alright,
Super addictive sleep drug.
I need to find something to cut this with.
Yeah, you could do an alchemy test and like
Might I suggest Residium?
you could do that. You'll have the most fucked up dreams.
And that's how you end up getting like some sort of prophecy. That's just shoving your whole ass crack directly into
It's doing the spice.
Sinetria's realm.
Honestly, it's doing the spice. If you fucking start snorting opus and residium at the same time, you're just ripping spice.
Melange.
That's how you navigate the realm between
Yeah,
worlds.
that's how you get to Iona.
Go astral project to fight God.
Astral projection.
Wait a minute, you're right. Hold on. This is how we end the campaign, guys. We all get fucking zooted on Opus and Residium.
Fucking wiped out on this stuff. Guys, we did it. We fought God, and they just went, "You've been asleep for 2 days, and I think one of you urinated." What do you mean you fought God and won? Oh, I might have imagined that one.
No, this is a fantastic idea. Hold on.
There'll be a fucking astral projector fight along. He's too powerful.
Don't do it alone. He's too powerful to fight alone.
Alright, I'm gonna take my 100, or like, what was it, 30 Opus doses?
Yep.
Alright, just gonna take that back to the party.
It is honestly useful. It will halve the first damage you take. Just less good at awareness and wakefulness.
Well, to my great delight, I did not find some extra evil cult somewhere.
Yeah, no, for once you went and you just did some like modest crime, and then that modest crime actually just turned into a legitimate purchase of some normal drugs from a normal shop from a young normal person, and nothing bad happened. Truly the rarest event.
Yep. Alright, well, great success.
If we want to slay a god, that fucking post is stupid as hell.
That's the kind of post you need all over the internet.
I've never seen that one.
Did it
Actually. I've
say
seen a lot of
it's
dumb
one of
memes,
this-
but I've not
Oh,
seen
you've not
that
seen that one before?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the fucking best thing to just come back to. Occasionally reference.
You're just gonna make sleepy time milk. A cup of hot sleep milk. But yeah, you can do alchemy tests and do fucking experiments with it. You would not be the first person to do experiments with Opus. Like, primal and poison are two like very open-ended keywords, and the effect itself, coupled with the addiction, it's like a nominally like average effect for a particularly high amount of addiction. So unscrupulous and scrupulous people both have made a great deal of experiments with the stuff.
I don't have alchemist tools, so all I can do is fucking backshed boner pills. Sorry.
Oh no! You're gonna get them on there. I can't believe I got kicked off the UFC fight card special. Nah, man, these gas station dick pills got me going crazy. By the way, true story. One of the greatest fighters of all time, and also famously a complete shithead, John Jones, a guy who hit and run of pregnant women, got got banned testing positive for steroids. That he announced was actually just a leftover in his system after taking fistfuls of gas station dick pills.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's something.
Sure is.
I'm gonna guess it didn't work downstairs if he's taking fistfuls of gas station like boner pills.
I don't know. That or it worked amazingly. And I didn't. He never went into details on the efficacy of these gas station dick pills. Needless to say, they tripped his urine for steroids, so there's probably a lot of testosterone in them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, these gas station dick pills got my blood acting up.
I can just imagine those vampire
Good,
mongrels
real
going-
talk. Nobody ever take any of those things. They are completely unregistered, and mostly what they do is fucking skyrocket your blood pressure because that will also function.
Just have, like,
That
a
will get you
vampire-
there, but it gets you there by giving you so much pressure that, you know, if a mosquito bites you, it'll fucking explode like it got hit with the scanner's brain ray.
Just have a
No,
modern day
we can't
vampire
fuck it
going,
up.
honey, we gotta get you off those gas station boner pills. The blood
No.
pressure is too much when I try to suck.
You become a fighter from Beast of the North Star where you have like 50 atmospheres of blood pressure.
You go down like a Kill Bill goon.
Oh man, you need something out of trauma.
Excellent. Yes, that aside. Yeah. Would you like to try an alchemical test with this opus?
Once again, I don't have alchemist tools.
Would you like
still
to
like to
try
try
and shake down an
testing it?
alchemist to give it a go? You know, Anai and Maria will be awake at the end of the week, and I'm sure she would love as her first task a nice, easy cut these dick pills with something else.
Yeah, I'll wait till Maria's awake.
Okay.
Good, because I was gonna tell you, if you come to me with that, I'm gonna tell you, Cass, there are many things I do. I am not getting involved with Open.
Yeah, the opus did kind of ruin your old bestie's family, huh?
Yeah, that's why Cass isn't going to you.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, a week passes, and Maria, when you go into her room to, like, flip her over, she isn't there. And then you go, like, to the top deck of the boat, and you can see that she is, like, fully, like, crocodile spluted, like, maximum spread out across the floor, just soaking up as much sun on her bare skin as possible. Probably a little bit blinding, frankly. She doesn't tan at all, and indeed you're not convinced that what she has is skin and is in fact some kind of micro scale. Regardless, she is doing her equivalent of tanning, and you're very briefly flashbanged. You hit with the Bandai Namco opening screen special.
Oh,
God, I
Do not worry, he has lifestyle. Oh,
True.
Just close eyes when
Shoot.
interacting with glowing noodle.
Yeah, she will, like, turn her head over, and then there's just like a soft the head thunks back down onto the wooden boards. Oh, hello, Khas.
Hey. I got an idea. I was wondering if I could run by ya.
Go ahead. My mind hasn't really engaged again yet. I'm doing great, by the way. Thank you for asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad to hear it. You want a hug?
Yes, actually, I was not 100% sure I would wake up again.
I'm glad you did. Yeah, Cass
Yeah,
is gonna
the
go
tail will go up from the ground and give you just a hug around the waist.
squish the noodle. So, I stole like a pound of opus. And I
The
was...
sleep narcotic, yes?
Yeah. Which you clearly definitely do not need, but...
No, that's right. Ah.
Was wondering if you had any ideas about what we could cut it with to, like, make it do something cooler or be less addictive.
Taking away the addictive part of it would probably not be cutting it, that would be changing it more fundamentally. You can add extra effects in, though. That should work just fine. What kind of effect would you want out of such a thing? Currently, right now, yes, it makes you sleep.
Yeah, maybe
There are
like
probably effects adjacent to that.
make your brain hardened against like mental influencing effects.
Surely laudanum exists for this.
Maybe I don't have laudanum. I have a giant sack of opus.
I mean to say, the thing that you would cut opus with is cocaine. And opus and cocaine is laudanum. You are describing laudanum.
Wait, is that what that does?
Yes.
Does he make
It is a
laudanum?
it is a powerful, moderately intoxicating painkiller, and most people who are in the throes of mental illness will take it to inure themselves against madness.
Oh,
Let's see.
I should go find
Yeah,
cocaine.
tincture of laudanum. Consuming this gives you the poisoned condition for an hour or for 3 short rests. While poisoned in this way, you are immune to madness-inducing or corruptive mental shock.
We just need to find a way to get rid of the poison, or like only have it affect ability checks instead of attack rolls. Can't really take that into like the fight god portion of things.
Yeah, I can certainly give that a go. I would need a third thing then. Something to prevent the poisoning and presumably also keep you from passing out.
Do you have any ideas what that might be? I'm really hip on
There,
alchemy stuff.
there must always be a cost, is what I have learned. Much like a healing potion will still drain you of vital strength in order to utilize it. Indeed, a number of consumables will have a decided ill effect on your health.
Maybe after this wears off, it just makes you black the hell out.
That would be quite easy to do, yes. You could put a stabilizer in it until it passes through your system. Will hold off all of these ill effects. That is a lot easier to do.
Yeah. That should be fine.
It's
She will unsploot herself from the deck of the ship, waving at anyone else who looks vaguely in her direction, and goes below deck to go fetch her tools. I guess I will do a quick alchemy tool test. Are you fine with all of your opus being used up to produce 2 doses of this new mystery drug?
Sure.
Okay.
We're going places now.
28.
Oh,
Right,
19, goddamn.
Yeah. Clearly, she was sleeping a lot of time, saving up her energy. You have
this blackout laudanum. I don't think she needs to flash of autism herself.
She does not. She's already passed that test.
Ooh, Mind Jack serum. Okay, that's better.
Until the next short rest, you are immune to effects that cause madness or inflict stuns or dazes. If a damage over time effect would cause you to bleed or make wisdom/charisma saving throws, you have advantage. When you complete a short rest, however, you become unconscious for an hour, during which time you are considered helpless.
Fuck yeah. Just never rest.
Yeah, just consume this, to consume the mind jack, and just don't rest. You'll be indomitable. Inured against horrors. Resilient to harm.
So I have a curious question, since it says short rest. If you long rest, that's not considered a short rest.
Correct.
It
If you
is.
never spend if you never spend a vitality, right? Oh no, a long rest always considers you
Yeah.
to spend it if you can.
Yeah,
right?
the first 10 minutes of a
Oh.
long rest is always a short rest.
Oh, I thought it'd been funny to see like a long
I mean,
rest.
you could
and
fight
still
off all of
happens,
your
and
you could fight off all of your long rests. Just fucking
Yeah, just never go to sleep.
Constitution. Just don't sleep. Consume chocolate.
Yeah. Wait, we're just
Yeah.
inventing the movie
No
Crank
sleep.
with Jason Statham again.
It's just the crank. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have called this mind jack serum. I should just call it crank sauce. She comes back about 2-3 hours later and presents to you 2 syringes.
Whoa! That was so fast.
Thank you. I was on top of my game.
Well, heck yeah. I guess you really did get your beauty sleep, huh?
She will pat you on the head. But yes, this will protect you from mental effects, much like laudanum would. It reduces your blood pressure a little. I couldn't necessarily stop that. As a result, there are some coagulants, basically so that you don't just slow bleed like a tap. And similarly, this should keep your it should inure you against mental harm. The moment you relax, though, and dump all of that adrenaline, you'll probably pass out.
That's fine. I just never relax.
An entirely possible choice.
In my line of work. Thank you! This is cool!
You are welcome. I recommend, and she points, like, use it on the thigh or sternum. Don't try and put it in like a wrist or arm vein, or you'll do yourself a rupture.
So don't stab Ralu in the titty with this. Got it.
No. She'll gesture like sternum, like not far off the titty, I suppose. If they got bigger again, you'll have to move them out the way.
Yeah, they got a lot bigger.
Then yes, you'll have to move them out of the way if you want to do stun. I recommend just Vi.
Okay.
Yeah, I always thought the Helldivers one is crazy, dumping it directly into the neck. It's like, it's just the most harmful place you could put it. Not even the most beneficial, just the worst one. They might, like, they would be literally better off stabbing themselves in the tailbone.
Brutal.
Yeah, but how are you going to get your freedom juice if you don't have it directly in your neck?
And
Just pick a different
also,
way.
we are assured that it's non-addictive and non-harmful.
It's true. It is true. They investigated themselves and found nothing wrong with it.
Huh.
Yep.
The Ministry of
10.
Truth literally
Much
cannot
like
lie.
9 out of 10 doctors agree that, you know, you won't survive bleeding out. That 10th doctor, though, is a fucking wild card. He believes in an indomitable human spirit. Just will the blood away, my guy.
I love that 9 out of 10 doctors thing. It's like,
Yeah.
9 out of 10 doctors agree this is like the most common thing ever to do things for. It's like, well, then what the fuck does that 10th doctor think?
That 10th doctor thinks that brushing your teeth is stupid. He thinks that drinking bleach is bad for you. He's best friends with the 0.01% of all germs.
Well, the 10th Doctor, you see, didn't receive the care package from Camel.
Yeah.
Mm.
The 10th doctor endorses the cool act of smoking. Yeah. The Maria will provide you with these goodies to top your week off.
Outstanding.
When she like slinks down from the ship and onto the like mansion grounds, there is a scream of fright from Galena until she is talked down by various individuals. Like, no, it's fine. She's cool. She helped us kill God. And we're like, oh, you killed God? So I thought this was to be used on cultists.
Yeah, well,
Domino
this,
effect.
yeah, this didn't kill a god, but the gods started fighting, and then Morgan came down and like killed 2 of them, and then fed them to fucking Nevery.
I really thought you'd lead with something like that when I awoke. Okay.
We didn't want to give you a panic attack or like a shock or anything.
Oh,
You
no, I was
quite
going to be
literally
just
have
honestly quite
regrown-
proud of my handiwork.
Yeah, you
Much
quite
bothered
literally
if I-
regrown it hard. I think giving you a little bit of time to readjust is warranted.
True. I just assumed it worked entirely as intended because no one brought it up.
I mean, it
Oh, it did.
did. It worked
I mean,
great.
yes, but I would have considered started a god fight a real bonus effect.
That is a fair point, yes.
A real feather in my cap.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
the-
are directly responsible for the death of like half the evil outer gods trying to eat the world.
Only
Wonderful.
2 more.
Very wonderful. And yeah, she will then apologize to Galena for spooking her. And then says that she came down here because she smelled grilled fish. At which point Galena will reveal her incredible apron. It just says, "Born to grill." And it's like in like drooling blood font.
Fuck yeah.
Classic.
It's very odd on this, you know, like pretty and like porcelain shiny model to be wearing the Born to Grill apron. It's just a fucking great big sea tuna. It's also her first chance to have like an actual conversation with Karin now that she no longer has like crippling frightened paranoia. I'm sure that conversation is made easier by giving Karin grilled tuna.
Well, after a week, it's a lot easier to converse.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, yeah, the week has passed, so yeah, now you're able to like join in on the conversations, and Galena introduces herself by liberty of giving you a massive haunch of grilled tuna, fresh from the sea, caught by Ornick and Loam.
I got it just yesterday.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't say that. Fish.
Yes.
Oh, it's
While
fresh.
the
Oh.
Oh yes, and while the tuna is being grilled, she has some slightly less fresh fish, but this is in the form of like sesame oiled fish skin crackers. I don't know if anyone else has tried them, but they're
Oh
fucking
my
great.
god, those are so good.
Yeah, she will present plenty of those for you.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now.
Mive will be immediately drawn to these. They're very, very Asian.
I've been out of those for a little bit. I haven't been able to go down to the Asian market.
Sesame oil fish crackers are so good, though. Mive is a big fan of these, clearly. She loves her weeb foods and weeb teas. Yeah. The week has passed, drugs have been provided, relaxation has occurred, and you're all, prepared to face your next grand task. And I believe before we get to any session closure, we should figure out exactly what shape that journey is going to be taking.
Well, before we even get to that, since like it didn't happen in RP either, Trey, do you want to go over like your thing with the Stonemacers and Sons?
I
did.
I was waiting.
Yeah. Thought at a point I did. I guess I didn't.
No, it just keeps getting bumped back every session. If you're too tired, we can do it at the top of the next session.
I just keep forgetting, and I'm going to do it now, or I will probably forget again. So yeah, over the course of this week, during that time when I said, like, how do you spend your week? And you just didn't say I go to the fucking guy. That would have also helped a bit, I think.
Yeah, I probably should have said that, but at the time, people were also talking to me IRL.
Okay. Well, a little bit of timey-wimey then, during this week of freedom that you have, while Khas is off doing cool crimes and acquiring black market goods. You have a chance to go do some business. Kat will come along with you for assistance because she knows you are not a merchant and might want someone who can at least spook a merchant to join you. And there is a particularly large office here in New Velshire. They still have the same sandstone construction as a lot of the other buildings, except all of the support beams and pillars are this gorgeous polished granite. Like it is mirror reflective in some places, and although it's capturing a lot of the heat, you can see that the base of each of these granite pillars are little burbling water fountains. They're quite nice for like you step in them to wash your feet because it's like quite warm water. Cat will, like tap her feet against the floor and then give a little splishy splish splash in them and then step back out then before continuing into the office. I already like that. We should steal that idea.
We have the water for it.
Yeah. I like little foot spas before going into offices. All of our offices need little foot spas now. I've decided it.
I mean, you are the only one in our group in the position to make that a decree.
You could definitely make it happen too. Really, anyone in this party could if they're persuasive enough. Definitely Anai. She'd have a way to recommend that, I'm sure. Regardless, she will like take a half step in behind you because although she's here to help you in a mercantile fashion, you're the much more imposing figure. You are able to approach this front desk. Again, it is more of this beautiful polished granite, although this one has had a cover like a linen wrap drops over the front of it, so that you can see stitched into it. It says reception,
How even tall
along
is
with Messier and Sons. How tall is Cat?
Yeah, I don't remember.
She's like 5'11".
I had a tiny core.
She's not a big. She's like only just turned adult. She still has many growing years ahead of her, frankly. She's just glad that she just has a slow growth rate instead of going like from short to gawky immediately, or she'd just be gangling around having a terrible growth pain time.
Never happened to Ralu.
Yeah. The receptionist will look up and go, "Ah, you are one of the heroes, Lady Hornia."
D'Achilles. Honor d'Achilles.
Hornia d'Achilles, right. That was that. How can we help you here at Messer and Sons?
I am here to inquire about an order that was placed from the Great Oasis by one. Where's her name? Valora d'Achilles.
Valora d'Achilles. Yes, we did have a particularly large order come through. We've been in the process of making sure we had enough stone set aside to hire extra workers to you don't need to know the background of it, I suppose. Needless to say, it's been a little bit more expensive setting aside granite for this particularly large order, but the business has been promised to be worth it.
I believe she also hired 8 stonemasons. I trust they were not injured in the events of days gone by.
No, perish the thought. 2 of them are on an extended sabbatical after drunken antics, but their physical health is with them, and they will be returning to the company in due time, I'm sure. And then the receptionist will pause and sort of dabs his brow with a cloth. I'm fairly sure you saw him cavorting around with with many other people at the time. Regardless, yes, we'll certainly manage to rustle up the required stonemasons. By the look of it, you wanted engineers as opposed to artists. We have some artists on staff, but it would appear that this is for largely large systematic works, pillars, that kind of thing.
Yes, we are attempting an expansion of our waterworks. I think the artist can come second unless you have another opinion. Turn and raise a brow at Cat.
Cat will pause and consider. Have any design documents been sent to you, Mr. I am Franz Messer. Not Franz Messer Senior, Franz Messer Junior. My father, bless him, was out of town during the events, for which I am oh so very grateful, but I've been handling things in his absence. Yes, construction blueprints, or at least brief ones, were sent to us, mostly just for measurement's sake. Catwalk. If we were to incorporate statues into these big pillory foundations, do you think that would be bad or good? I'm not much of an engineer myself.
Are you asking if it will damage its stability?
Basically, or its longevity, or make it take too long to do. There will be a selling point over Frank will. It would increase all of the crafting time. That is to say, though, you could just keep artists on retainer and they can make all of the required statue work and carving after the major construction. Really, it's only a problem if you are in a rush. I'll shake a head. We don't intend to rush, no. He'll nod again. Then, yes, as opposed to sending lots of artists, I would recommend we send one artist to perform preliminary sketches and advisories. Just not worry about it until the main construction is finished. I'll nod and then look back to you, Ralu. He turns his attention back to you as well. Have you any other questions?
Not as a couple. This project does appear to will probably take some odd years. Is your quarried? Do you have enough in your local quarry for the quarried stone, or will you have to import any?
If there are no issues during construction, we have enough in our quarry. If there are any errors, mathematics or errors in crafting, it happens occasionally. Some stone just does not want to be shaped. We have learned to accept that fact ourselves from time to time. Should anything like that occur, then we would need to import some granite or other stone to get us over the finishing line, such as it is. If not granite, then probably still another quite hard stone that we would have to import out of the deserts in order to acquire it. It should be fine if there are no hiccups, but there are no certainties.
How do you intend on shipping the granite over water then over land, or over land the entire way?
We intend to use rolling land ships. It is easier than moving them from one conveyance to another. It is quite the journey and the ordeal regardless. Essentially to hang a deep north of here towards Oasis State, onwards to Victoria's Dream, and then hook around towards the Great Oasis. It's not the fastest trip, but it is the safest and easiest. And in a business such as this, with grand projects that will take many years, we favor the stability.
Speaking of safety, is the price of the protection of the caravan included in what we have undertaken, or will you require either military escorts or extra funds for mercenaries?
We have not looked into mercenaries. Usually that is a cost we take on ourselves. Do you have soldiers who would be willing to take mercenary pay? It would certainly be a lot easier, considering it is a many years long project, to have mercenary forces who we don't have to keep renewing with, especially if they learn that they are necessary. They might hike a price on us for a few years.
Ralu knows military sign, does Cat?
Yeah.
Well, make a military sign for asking if we can, basically signing, spare company.
Yes. Let's see here. The 4th Legion is still recuperating after the events of the pyramid, but they would probably be good for the work once, certain dark events have all been concluded. Otherwise, they'd just be a freshly replenished fighting force with nothing to fight. And you know what happens when we get antsy and have nothing to fight. I'd rather we didn't have any kind of political concerns.
If you are comfortable with it, I understand outsiders can be a little leery of our kind. We can provide legionnaires to protect you and yours.
I don't know, so long as some of my masons won't be spread-eagled for flirting, yeah, of course. Otherwise, they're sensible professionals and they're looking at reliable, decent pay over the course of a series of years. That is something that is hard to come by.
Then I see no problem. The girls won't touch yours, and well, unless they want to be.
The less said about touching, the better at the moment. Dabs his brow again.
He is also recovering from being racist.
Yes, he is also dealing with what is essentially fucking a week-long hangover.
Yeah, and unlike, adventurer types, he doesn't just bounce back because he sits in an office all day. He's not used to all
Yeah,
night,
no, exactly. Yeah, he is thoroughly shacked out. Like he may be Frank Messer Jr., but like he's a junior, still 40-something, who got involved in a fucking raucous midnight orgy. Like literally for an entire week, he's just a wreck.
The reason why he's sitting there and not moving his back so much is because he threw a disc.
Yeah, definitely. That is almost certainly the case. He's like,
But
why
hey,
is all of our furniture stone? I've been compacted.
But hey, everyone knows that after a beach party, the morning is the best because that's when you get prawn.
Fair. Otherwise, Messer looks content with this organization. Will offer to shake a hand. He has to prop himself up on the edge of this large granite table with one arm to reach over the counter and offer the hand to shake.
Ralu will reach down from 7'11".
Yep. And he'll stare disrespectfully. Frankly, it's impossible not to. Your chest is so fucking big that when you lean down that far, it's just fucking pooling on the just pancaking out across his fucking desk.
How tall is his desk?
Have you seen those standing reception setups, 5 foot something of brilliant polished granite with
in a bank?
Yeah, like a bank's one, and it's got a cloth that just goes over the front. It's all quite minimalist, if only because the structure is so much dark stone, but it is, all of the furniture itself is physically big, because it's also just easier to do with stone to, not have to fucking chisel it all down. Sure, making a bunch of tiny desks would be a real pain in the dick when you could go for, a nice aesthetic slab of this motherfucker. So yeah, you lean down the 2 feet to shake his hand, and your tits reach the desk before you do.
Fair enough. Yeah. Shake his hand, and I suppose leave.
Excellent. Cat will give you a thump on the back. Look at you. You had that under control the whole time. You didn't need my help.
Gentle a little bit, I suppose.
I mean, it probably helps that he almost certainly had sex in your general vicinity, and also probably helps with the fact that your sister already wrote most of the blueprints and contracty stuff. Still, I am glad that it all went smoothly. He didn't try and take us for a ride, metaphorically.
Seemed fine by me. Well, I think that's it for this city, unless you needed to pick up anything on our way out. I already picked up stuff for Mom and Tally.
I'm good. On to the next big place to do the next big thing.
Oh, I'm sure it promises to be a riot.
Okay, so speaking of the next big thing, next big event, where now? The world is once more your gushing oyster.
To the
Dark.
Heartlands. We've got
Alrighty.
news of a mansion in mine that used to belong to some rich tiefling who was like the progenitor of like the puzzle boxes.
Ooh.
Yep. So we're gonna try to find the puzzle box to open up the Doom Gate in the Great Oasis.
Yeah,
And
kill
so
whatever
way
dark
back here.
monsters are hiding beneath, waiting for their moments to attack.
We should
Let me
probably
scroll way
not
back
leave. We should probably not leave. The nukes that the United States have just lost in like the Okefenokee swamp. Well, we know where the nuke is, but we just don't know how to safely deactivate it.
Yeah.
But what
So
if
what
we
Scout-
detonate it?
Yeah,
Then
so
you
what
would
Scout
kill
put
it
to
with
me
Great Oasis.
when I did the stuff for it way like back like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago or something like that, we were told that the references to the puzzles are documentation and cultists covered, where they exist, and some rich tiefling built them in order to keep his vaults out of the hounds of witless monsters or filthy peasants. There's a recorded sighting, but back in pre-Veletian days, that self-same tiefling had a mining operation that brought untold riches, but the constantly shifting sand resulted in a high death rate from the workers. He had a beautiful manor made of shining white stone, but after his supposed lynching and the collapse of the old mines, nobody's been willing to catch smoke in the Heartland. Some say the Heartlands are named for that because of all the men and women buried alive in the collapsing mines underneath the sand. Or could it be for the harpy that remarked that the tile sands are in a big shape of the heart?
Yeah, I was about to say. It's also in the shape of the heart.
Yep.
So maybe both.
Okay then. Your destination is going to be the Heartlands. That will be for next session.
Well,
Sounds good.
We've made it out of downtime. It only took us 3 sessions, baby.
Honestly, less than I thought.
I don't think that
For
really
doing-
counts, considering
No,
what
it
happened.
wasn't really.
No.
No, there
was
was a bunch
time-
of things that happened right in the
It
middle of
was
that downtime.
adventuring in downtime.
Yeah,
It was kind of a
What
hybrid.
was the record? I think it was in 73 for downtime.
No, it was 72,
I know it's two.
and it was
Two.
like fucking 15 sessions or something. It was awful.
15? What the fuck, dude?
This was before the downtime system existed, remember? Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
this was
Okay,
just-
So
yeah.
everyone
this
was
is-
doing
this-
literally
It was why
everything
the
manually.
downtime system existed.
Yeah, it was so bad that I had to sit down afterwards, just scratching my head going, what the fuck went wrong here? And then devise an entire system so that never happened again. And it never
do I need to
happened
do-
again.
What do I need to do to corral my cats to being back on track?
It wasn't that. It's not like anyone did anything. It's just there was no system in place. So everything you wanted to do over like a 3-month period, we just had to manually talk through and like resolve.
Yeah.
Bespoke.
It's like, I want to train, and then you have to describe all of that. 'Cause it's not like the training action. It's like, yeah, I want to figure out what I'm doing. And then you have to basically fucking roleplay up a set piece to perform these actions in to get that done. It's time consuming.
Mm.
Yeah.
So-
So, did you save an innocent life?
Yeah.
I would say yes. You prevented
technically,
a
yeah.
riot that would have absolutely killed some people.
Yeah. In fact, I created
Probably
a
a lot of
bunch of innocent lives, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Defeat a sword, treacherous encounter, preventing the threat of an encounter with skill tests accounts for that. However, I will not give you a point for that because it was a treacherous encounter you created.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a result of our own action.
I'll give you the save innocent life because even without your involvement, I'm sure some people would have had a very bad time in the end times party.
Yeah,
But
someone would have
yeah,
hung
the
themselves.
treacherous version of that encounter was one that you caused.
Yeah, well, see, what was going to happen is someone looked up, saw God, and said, well, it's time to hang myself, but then saw some titties pressed up against the
Yeah,
glass.
and then he needed.
Wait a
Then
minute.
he found out he can get some fucking free trim. Okay. Did you learn something new about the world out of your journal?
Uh,
I don't think we necessarily
think we
learned
did.
anything new. I think that was last session. This was just wrapping up everything up.
Sure. Take on create quest, major quest, complete quest.
no.
Okay. Uncover rare magic item or treasure pool. What? No, going shopping doesn't count.
Even if my new
Special
items are fucking
objectives,
cool.
no.
So 1 EXP?
Does creating our own bespoke alchemical goods count as a special objective? I think that's the first time we've like done that.
It's definitely not the first time you guys have done that.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing you guys do on the regular, frankly.
I don't think like just creating some new alchemical drug would be like a special.
Yeah, now,
objective.
if you turned it into something that you were like, if you made that into an industry, then yeah, totally a special objective. You just start an entirely new business based on a drug that you know the sole manufacturer for, that's a big deal. But you have 2 syringes full of mystery goo.
I
Well,
love mystery goo.
So you're telling me it's time to start Khassid's drug empire, huh?
Yeah, you already have a casino. What would be like? You're still missing hardcore drugs, organ trafficking, human trafficking.
And I can get the human trafficking really easy. The organ's
it's
a little
kind of-
more difficult.
Yeah.
You need more strippers in your casino.
You need us, Steve.
You know, I bet I could get a bunch of retired like manticores to come down and learn how to be strippers.
I mean, maybe.
Probably.
Or
I
hear me
I
out
don't-
here. I got a good in for you with the clean pull, and we could work on like some little expansion project.
Yeah,
not my
branch
fetish.
office.
I mean, there's
All
gonna
right,
The
be
so
golden
one
crackler and the
XP,
silver
huh?
pole.
All
yeah,
right.
378, 378, I think.
Yes, I
Yeah,
believe
Also,
it's-
Amxal.
it's now the 2nd of February.
Oh boy.
So I always have sending prepared. Do you have counter spell or dispel magic prepared every day? I'll take the one you don't have prepared.
I've now got counterspell prepared every day. If Hedrah's gonna have itty bitty titty committee on her spell list.
Okay, then I'll take
Wow.
dispel magic.
Yes,
That's
but I'm
so-
not evil.
Anyways,
Gonna
then
be
I'll
ready,
take
just in case.
I'll take dispel magic just in case. Because I don't think I really need to do. I'm not going to prepare MMM, and I'm not going to prepare Theories Instant Tower unless we need it.
Frankly,
Instant
I
Tower
don't
is
know
a
why you
ritual anyway.
wouldn't prepare at Triple M.
Well, because Khas already did.
Because you already have it, yeah.
You
Alright.
don't need
Yeah,
to
but we
prepare
could
the
double our
instant tower.
gas. Alright, if you're watching
Yeah,
on
you don't
stream
even-
YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for 70. Till then, adios. Do take care.